Today we are going to talk about quantum leaping your money reality. We are going to have so much fun. I am going to take you through an actual exercise that will help you to quantum leap your money reality. We are going to go through the steps. We're going to do it together. It's going to be super fun. There's about 6 steps. We're also going to talk about your conscious money mindset, just a little bit of that. I have a free offer for that so that you can download that depending where you are. But we are going to talk about the Money Manifesting Intensive and the Alignment Lab because all of this work goes together. So if you are a woman with a business who has spiritual gifts and you would love to make money from your spiritual gifts and you would love to create a 7-figure business from it, this is the live for you. So today we are going to talk a lot about money and money, how you can manifest money in your life. And we're going to talk about some practical ways and some ways that you can start to quantum shift your reality. Oftentimes, what happens when we talk about quantum shifting realities and we talk about manifesting money and all of the things, we do this and we haven't shifted our identities. And identity shifting shifting your identity is required in order for you to manifest anything you desire. And so I'm really excited. Hello, Monica Stoner. How are you? Today we are talking about quantum jumping your money reality. We're going to talk about some conscious money mindset things that you can do. And we're also going to take you through it's 6 steps that I use to go from bankruptcy to having a 7-figure business. Hello, Liberty York. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are talking about quantum shifting your money reality. And so I'd love to hear in the comments, what are you manifesting? A lot of people are manifesting $10,000 months and $20,000 months in their business, or if they're looking for a promotion or an expansion or even a new stream of income, drop it in the comments because I love to use your examples when I'm talking. So if you can do some hearts, tapping is clapping, and share this with people on your list, that is going to help us have more people come in. Hello, Miss Sherry. How are you? Hello, Ashia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Ashaya, let me know. I'd love to pronounce your name correctly. Today we're talking about quantum shifting your reality, and I am going to go through the ways to do that. Once we get to 5,000 likes, I'm going to start teaching. Ishaya, love it. Hey, Mary Curtis, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Today we are talking about quantum shifting your money reality. So if you guys can help me get to 5,000 likes, we will start teaching. I'll start teaching once we get to 5,000 likes. I am going to give you all the juice today, all the juice. We're going to talk about, I have 3 things to give you. One, it's free. So it's the conscious money mindset. That's free. It's on my list. Let's see. Hey, I am off and logged in. Yay! Thank you, Mary Curtis. Mary Curtis has taken the alignment assessment, and she's gone through the 3-day event, and it was good, right, Mary Curtis? And I'm telling you now, we're going to add on to that, and we're talking about quantum shifting your money reality. And so hello, Jay. Once we tap and get this to 5,000. Oh, we're at 1,000. Ooh, somebody must have the little that little machine. I need to get it. If you have the thing that I'm talking about, let me know, and which one you have and which one, if you like it, because I need one of those things. So yes, yes, tapping is clapping, tapping is clapping. Once we get to 5,000 likes, I'm going to go ahead and we'll start breaking it down. I'm going to give you 6 steps. Like, we're going to go through this 6 steps to shift your money reality. Let's see. Yes, I realized I need to take more time for this. This is so important. It is so important. And we're going to talk about, we talked about the diva, right? My quantum framing network, my quantum framing framework. And so your quantum leaping framework, it's diva, DIVVA. I'm going to bring this a little bit into the quantum shifting of your reality. Wow. Yay. We're almost already at 2,000. Like, y'all are doing it. Get those thumbs going, them little tapping the fingers. Y'all are just, I love it. Hello, Miss Sherry. Thank you, Jay. Miss Sherry. Thank you, Mary Curtis. I love it. I love it. I love it. And everybody whose name I missed, look, I appreciate you. We're going to keep going. So we are already at 2,000. Let me get ready to get to teaching because we're about to be there. So today, what we're going to do is talk about quantum shifting your reality, your money reality. So I want you to bring like dollars, like what is your mindset? I want you to know like what you feel about the money. And I want to know how much money you would love to manifest. Like if you could create March? I'll be 50 in 14 days, y'all. What do you want to manifest by, let's say, my birthday? Like, what would you love to manifest as far as money wise by the end of the month? What does that, like, what is exciting you? And if you keep it simple, I'm going to give you some ways to make it where you can prove to yourself and show to yourself how the mega millions. All right, Trin. I'm going to tell y'all, like, when I start teaching, I'm going to give you some guidelines because I want to show you how powerful you are, and I want you to see how powerful you are. And so sometimes we pick the big mega millions, we pick that. Yes, we can manifest that eventually. Yes. But I want you to show yourself when you pick something that you could easily do. So y'all keep tapping. I'm going to close the door because my parents are about to get up. I am visiting my parents in New Orleans. So as you can see, the background is different than normal. So keep tapping. We're already at 3,000. We just need 2,000 more. Say 50, my ass, sis. Come on, you 32. Ain't fooling nobody. 50. Let's see. Tiffany Lynn says 5,000. Y'all can, oh, hello, Neptune and Moon. Good morning. Hello, everybody. We're talking about quantum shifting your money reality. Y'all, wait, by the way, everybody that I told I was coming back on last night, I had no energy to come back and do a live because we did a 3-hour live yesterday. And I told everybody I was going to try to come back and we're going to do a panel. Y'all, I had no energy. I was knocked out. I was spending time with the family. I couldn't do it. So anyway, let me go close the door. Y'all tap, 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 tap. Share the live. I'm going to close this door. All right. All right, we closed the door, so now we can be as quiet. So thank you. So yes, Neptune and Boo says she was knocked out herself. Y'all, that was such a good live, but I didn't have any energy after. Oh my goodness, we're at 3,500. Yes, keep tapping. We're going to get to 5,000. So we're going to talk about quantum shifting the money reality. And we've got 5,000 as a goal. How much would you, if you could, like March could be a really great money month for you, what would that look like? Like, is that 10,000? Is it, I saw 5,000. I saw, hello, Crystal, welcome. We are getting this to 5,000 likes because we are going to, I'm going to teach you, we're going to go through actually 6 literal steps. And that's going to really help you to embody this money reality. But there are a couple of, I teach woo plus the do, right? I'm woo-woo, but I'm also do-do. And so that means I do the woo, the magic, the miracles, like tapping into the spirituality of it. But I also have specific, like, literal things that your brain can jump on board for. And that's the reason why it makes manifestation easy. Let's see. Lee Ellison, L. Ellison, let me know how to pronounce it. L. Ellison, I love the way it says 25,000. Okay, let's see. 10,000 would be a good month. Yes. Let's see. Y'all keep putting it down there. I love it. I love it. Just drop it in there. And so you're going to take your number and we're going to play with it. Okay. And I love an active chat because I want you, like, if you are feeling something and you're like, yes, that feels good. Oh, yay. We got to 5,000. Like, wait, first of all, I appreciate y'all. This is fastest we have ever gotten to 5,000. So I appreciate it. 50,000. Deja Vu says 50,000. This is get to be the $50,000 month. All right. So yes. Ooh, that's a good number. That's a yes, yes, yes. All right, y'all. We are ready. We're on and popping. Let's start. So, and y'all can keep liking. And then if you wanted to power share, you just hold, like put your finger by my head, hold it down. And then all those people that the TikTok shows, they're all people that they think would love this live. You just share to them. Let's see. So we got 50,000, we got 25,000, we've got 10,000, we've got 5,000, we've got, oh, I want to make an additional 4,000 this month and increase by 1,500 every month after that. That is very, very specific, Mary Curtis. I love it. Love it. Let's see. We can tap with 8 to 10 fingers at once if we put the 40. Oh, I didn't realize that. You know what? I'm going to play with that the next live that I go on. Let's see. Pen and paper ready. Y'all ready? Okay, let's go. So you put your numbers in there. And if you haven't declared, right, we're going to have a step where you're going to say, I decide that this is happening, right? So you're going to put that down. But I want to talk to you. I want to talk from more of a linear standpoint, right? Okay, let's see. Gatsu says, GOTSU says 40 from 42,000 to 100,000. Maybe is that where you're going from 42 to 100,000? Let me know. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Debt free 20,000 is all needed. I love it, Sherry. Okay, so we are deciding that this month. Yes, got you. Said I got you. Gatsu. GOTSU, I got you, because I was like, okay, I know where they're going. Yes. I got you. We got you. All right. So everybody has that number in their head, right? They got the number. You put it in the comments. What I want to do, we're going to come from a little bit of a linear standpoint, even though we're about to quantum leap and we're going to go beyond that. I want you, the number that you put down, have you ever made that amount in a year, a month? Like, how long has it taken you to ever like make that number in the real world, right? Drop it in the comments. So for example, I'm going to use an example. Let's see. You said to start small, but in reality, you deserve it all. I'm going to break it down because we're going to go to the universe, blow my mind. We're going to quantum jump. You receive it all. You deserve it all. It's all yours, and numbers don't matter. I'm going to show you that. But I want to show you something, because what I do is I help bring your brain on board. Okay. And then once we bring the brain on board and it starts to feel very simple, okay, then you know that it's in your consciousness to do so. And if it's not in your consciousness to do so, all we need to do is expand your consciousness. All right. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to have some fun. And then we're going to talk about like literally like what's going on there. Okay, let's see. Deja Vu says 5 months. Larry Ellis, is it L. Ellison? Why am I calling you Larry Ellison? Apologies. L. Ellison. It says 3 months. And so, yeah, so keep dropping it in there. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that I want $1 million year. Okay, so let's say I want $1 million. Oh, Lakia Ellison. Okay, Lakia. All right. So if I said I wanted $1 million year, let's say that the max that I had ever made in a whole year was $50,000, but I want $1 million year. Let's say, you know what? I do want $1 million year. Yeah, we all do. We all get to have the $1 million year. But let's say that the max we've ever done was 50. And so if you're like, okay, the max I've ever created in my life, I know my consciousness is 50,000 in a year. And so it's something you've already done. It's something that you know how to do. And so when I talk about like quantum leaping, I also like to make it something easy. So I'm like, well, you've already done 50. All you want to do is do it quicker, right? And so let's play. So if you had 50,000 and you've done it in a year, What would that look like if you did it twice in a year, right? In 6 months. Let's see. The most I've made is 60,000 and I want $100,000. Mary, we got that. 60. Okay, so let's break that down. I'll use Mary Ellis. So Mary wants $100,000 a year. She's done 60, right? I'm going to do the $1 million option, and then I'm going to show you how to break it down for the $100,000 option, because you're going to be like, oh my God, I can easily do that in a month. So you've got 50,000 in a year. If you did it twice, right, every 6 months, that would be what? $100,000 a year. Your brain is like, I could do that. That's easy. So then it says, well, what would it look like if I did 50,000 every quarter, right? So that's 50, 50, 50, 50. Right? That's a $200,000 year. You've done it before. Thank you so much for all of the things that you guys are doing, right? And so 50, 50, 50, 50, that's a $200,000 year. So easy, because you're like, okay, all I need, I've done 50. I know what it feels like to have 50,000 running, like coming into my life. All I get to do is start to feel it coming in faster, feel it coming in quicker. Okay. So then you say, if I could do 50 in a quarter, I could do that in a month, right? So it's like, okay, what would 50 every month look like? That's a $600,000 year. So I've done 50 before. I can squeeze the time and make it shorter. And if I did it every single month, I've had 50,000 come into my life. Why couldn't it come faster? If I had it come out faster, that would be a $600,000 year. And then I say, well, what would it look like if 50,000 came every 2 weeks? If I had 50,000 and it came every 2 weeks, what would that be? That'd be a $1.2 million year. So do you see how, like, you created 50,000, you know what that means, and you squeeze the time and you make the time faster and faster and faster and faster and allow yourself to receive it more and more and more and quicker, then you already have $1 million year just from looking at the smaller number. Let me know if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Yes, I see some hearts and y'all are like, okay. And so what I'm saying is that if you, like, for example, Mary Curtis, oh my goodness, you could do 100,000 so easily. Mary Curtis, you've already done 60,000 in a year. Your brain can get behind, and I'm just talking about brain. I'm not even bringing in the woo of the magic just yet. But your brain can get behind a $120,000 year, because your brain can get behind double. Your brain can say, well, we've done 60. Let's just do that twice faster. So you want $100,000 a year, you can do 120 real easy, because you already have set yourself up to knowing what it feels like to have 60, and all you need to do is do it in a shorter period of time. Okay. So I want you to play with a number that is already in your consciousness, that's already in your awareness, that's already something that you've already done before. And so, like, if I was to say, like, if I was Mary Curtis and I was like, okay, 60,000, what's that? $5,000 a month? If I'm adding right, like 5 times 12, that's like $5,000 a month. Let me know if that's picking up when you put them down. So I've easily done, as Mary Curtis, a $5,000 month. Okay. Wow. What would it look like if I did 5,000 in a week? What if you did that every week? Wow. That's a $20,000 month. Before taxes, that's okay. We like taxes, because if you're paying taxes, that means you made some money. Okay. So before taxes, it's okay. So let me ask you, because I want to shift your standpoint, because if anybody is listening to this and they're getting afraid because they're like, that means I'm going to have to pay more taxes. That's why you're not making as much money as you want to make, because you are concerned about paying the taxes. Hey, there are ways. Y'all see the billionaires that's not paying taxes. There are ways that you can adjust the taxes you pay. I used to be a CPA. So look, yes, write-offs trend. Amen. You get more and more write-offs. So don't let that stop you. Don't let it be like, yeah, it was but after taxes, I didn't really receive that money. What if you knew you did receive it? It's just that you pre-allocated it to taxes. And so I don't want you to say, well, I never really received that cash. Yes, you did. You received it, but it just went to a tax bucket. Do you see how, like, I'm shifting your mindset on how you're thinking about money and how you're receiving money? Because I want you to see that every single dollar that comes in, it's a flow. It's a flow. And you get to take credit for the whole 5,000 because you did receive the whole 5,000. You just allocated pieces of that to taxes. And that's okay. Let me know if y'all picking. Yes, I feel that. Okay. So we're using Mary Curtis as an example. So 60,000 in a year, 5,000 in a month, right? So what would it feel like, Mary Curtis? Think about it. What would it feel like to have 5,000 in a week? You've done it in a month. So why couldn't you do it in a week? Let me give you an example. How many of you have, well, let's use a physical example. Let's talk about riding the bike. So when you first start to learn how to ride a bike and you're just getting around, and so you're a little concerned, you're a little nervous, it might take you, let's say, a whole hour to ride around your block, right? Because you're just getting used to it. You're like, I'm not sure, I don't want to get hit, blah, blah, blah. So you're riding. If that's the case, why can't I? See? You can. There's no rules. There's no rules. Welcome to the fan club, Awatutu. You can. Okay, so I don't want to jump to that. We're gonna go to that. Hello, Kate the Great. So I don't want to jump to that, but yes, Neptune, you can call back everything you've ever made. You can call that back. I want you to, instead of even seeing it as call back, you can tap into the flow of the money that has ever flowed into your life. So when I thought, I added this up, I did this, and I added up all the money that I've ever made over, I'll be like I said, 50 in March 21st. Lord have mercy. The dates are blowing. So I'll be 50 in 14 days. And if I added everything up that I've done all over my corporate career and adding the money that I've made in my business, it's closer to probably 3 or 4 million, right? And I'll have to remember that number because we've got to add some more to what we've done. So I get to say, I provided that much value in the world for me to receive over my lifetime $4 million. I get to receive that even quicker. So let me tell you why. We're gonna talk about, let's see, I'm seeing all of these. Wow, you look like I would take it early to mid 30s. Thank you. Nope, 50-50, baby, 50 Michelle. And my middle name is Michelle, Christine Michelle. Here we go. Yes, she said, no, do not apologize. Take up that space, Neptune. I love it. You're bringing me where I need to go. So I love it. And so I was talking about riding the bike. So have you ever, if you guys have ridden a bike, put some yeses. So when you first rode the bike, it probably took you about, I don't know, an hour to get around your block. The next time you got on it, what did it take? It probably took about 45 minutes. You did a little faster. And then the next time you rode it, it took about 30 minutes. And let's say the fastest you can ride around your bike is 15 minutes. But do you see how it's something that you've done and you do it over and then you do it over and then you do it over and you get it quicker and quicker and quicker every time? How many of you have noticed, and I noticed this in my industry, I noticed this, one of my mentors, she makes a multiple 8 figures in a year. I think it was like 23 million last year doing what I do. When she first made her first million, it took a while to hit that first million, let's say about 5 years. Then the next million came in like a year. Then the next million came in like a couple of months. And then the next million, and now she's making several million in a month. But do you see? Yes, thank you so much. I love you so much too. Do you see how if you just take something that you are familiar with, we're going to put magic on it. We're going to put miracles on it. We're going to take the limits away. But I just want you to play with the number you are familiar with. So the mega millions, thank you, Derek. Welcome. We're not going to play with the mega millions yet. Not yet. What I want to do for today is I want you to quantum jump your money reality using a number that you've done before, and we just get to collapse the time between, if it took you a year to get to 100,000, it gets to take you a couple of months. What if it's a quarter? Would you be mad? Let me see. All the people that are like, peace and greetings, Derek. That's my brother's middle name, James Derek, and spelled exactly that way. And so if you would you be mad? All of you that was like, I want, the millions. Would you be mad if you took a quarter to make what you used to make in a year? You see? See, I would be so mad if it was a quarter. No, I meant like a quarter of 3 months. So like a quarter. So like if it took you 12 months to do something, would you be mad if it took 3 months? No, right? Because I want to show you that like when we get our brain on board, then we also release all of the restrictions, all of the, well, I can't do this, all of the, it's going to be hard. Let's see, wouldn't mind at all. It's fast and efficient. Everybody's like, no. So do you see how like, yes, I want us to reach for the stars. Yes, I want us to know there are absolutely no limits. Yes, you can win the mega millions. Yes, you get to have a multiple 7-figure business. Yes, and yes, and yes. However, when I had my client, the one who I told you that guy's a story yesterday about my client who went from $40,000 like instructor for insurance exam, and now she has a $4 million business. We didn't jump her $200,000 months right in the beginning. She started off, then she had a $1,000 month, then she had a $7,000 month, and then that $7,000 month, I believe she jumped to $22,000, and then from 22 she jumped to 40, and then from 40 she went to, I think from 40 we went straight to 80, and then from 80 then she started to just consistently have like $100,000 months because she was playing with $3,000 days in her business. That was how we were playing it. We were doing this, I call it the AlignedSoul gap eraser. And so we were doing the gap eraser, the gap eraser, the gap eraser. Are y'all picking up what I'm feeling? Yes. Hello, Penny Clark. Yes. Welcome to the fan club. And so we didn't jump her because I didn't want to like frazzle her out, but we do get to play. Okay, we get to play with, I call it slip space manifesting. We get to play with what's of course, but you get to be in the identity of the person with the universe blow my mind. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Let's see. Neptune says, I'm about to relaunch 2 businesses looking for a regular employee. So it's going to happen. Yes, it's already done. It's already done. You just decided I'm launching my 2 businesses. This is what it gets to be. It's already decided. It's already done. And now all of those ideas are going to come, especially the more you listen to this type of information and you start to put yourself in a positive space and around people that are talking about the bigger and the bigger, the bigger you get to go. All right, let's see. It's coming from, it's already done. Like I'm holding space for 5. Yes. Let's see. Expanding my cleaning business. Yes, Tiffany Lynn. Done and done and done. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Those of you who are following. Okay. So are you picking up what I'm putting down? So those of you who said 5,000, 10,000, you had 25,000, there was a 42 to 100,000. I want you to say, okay, I get it. Like I have done this before. Like, cause I want you to just be like, I've done this before. Like, I want your energy to be like, of course I get to have this. Of course it's unfolding. Like that's the energy that I want you in. Okay. Are y'all in that energy? Like, of course, like if I've done 50,000 in my life, I can do that in a week. I can do it in a day. I can do it in a month. I've done it before. Brain, we've done it before. And your brain is like, oh yeah, we've done it before. What would it take for, the questions I love to ask is, thanks, love, you too. You're welcome. What would it take for me to have $50,000 in less than in a month? What would it look like? Yes, you get it, claim it, done. It's already done. Hello, Mayette. Okay, so you've got the number. And you already know that you've done it. Some of you said it'd take you 5 months. So imagine doing it in a month. You've done it before, right? Let's see. I had 15,000 last month, 30,000 this month. Done. 30,000 easy. So all you're saying is like, it took me 30 days to make 15. I'll do it twice in a month. I can do it half the time. And what if you sped it up every single time? So you say 15,000 and then I do it twice that month. Then you do it 4 times. That's a $60,000 month. Then you do it once, like you guys, then you start having $15,000 days. But you'll look back and it has compiled, right? You will see the cumulative of that and you'll be like, oh my God. You'll look back and be like, wow, I just had a multi-million-dollar year just by allowing myself to see the little amount that I had before and watching myself do it faster and faster and faster. $15,000 months will turn into $15,000 minutes. Are y'all picking up what I am putting down? Yes. I want you to feel this. Hello, Victoria. Hello, everybody that's joining. I want you to feel that. Because when we get that and you're just like, oh, I picked a number. I've done it before. I can do it faster. Right? And think of anything in your life that as you got better, you just got quicker. as you tapped in, it just got easier and 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 easier. That is what happens with money. And unfortunately, we've been told we can't do it. They say, what if we have not done it before? What have you done, Zana? What amount of money? Let's play. What is the max amount of money that you've made either in a year or that you've received from a friend? It's okay if it hasn't come from a job. You could, like, if your daddy gave you money, you could put that in there too. Like what's the number? Tell me what you want, Zana, and then tell me if you've ever done that before. Let's see. Cindy just joined. What is this about? We are quantum jumping your money reality. And so what we are doing is, I've had people say, what would they love, like March? How much money would they love to come in March? 16,000 from a tax return. Done, done, done. You've made 16,000 and you made it. I'll say, you could say you made it in a year, or you can say you made it in, like, let's say you filed the taxes in January, you got it in March. You could say I made it in a couple of months. Like, you could say, let's see. So I've received in 1 year 125,000. It was long ago, but it's here again. Okay, it doesn't matter the time. Let's not even put a time frame on it. But you've done it. And so you get to remind yourself, I've done this before. Money is easy for me. I've done this amount. So what we're doing is, if you can, and who was that, Cindy? If you can just drop down, like, how much would you want to create, manifest this month? Okay, and right? And then you get to say, okay, what would I love to do in March? Like, what would that feel like? So let's see. Derek said, I made 125,000 in 2025. I would love to do that quarterly. Look, imagine that. So it'd be 125 4 times, right? So that's 250, 250, 5, she's $500,000 year. Derek, you got that. $500,000 year. You've already done 125. Easy. Like, feel that in your body. I want you guys to feel it, because I do holistic manifesting, which means you have to embody it. You get to feel it. And any places that feels uncomfortable, we move through the energy of it. Let's see. JJ says, I've been journaling and listening to wealth affirmations, and my trading is 100 times better. Hey, hello? Hey. Yes. Okay, let's see. All right. So I got to the point where I got your brain on board. Your brain is like, we got this. Like, those of you who were like, yeah, I've done 5,000 and it took me 6 months to get there. I could easily do 5,000 in 3 months. I could do it in a month. So you say, I've done it. Let's see. JJ, oh, me too. I don't trade, but ma'am, everything else has been flowing. Yay. Let's see. Lovely Sonia. I love that name. I received 15,000 in the month of March, and I have made 250,000. There you go. Boom. 200. Imagine $250,000 year. $250,000 year, which is so easy when you break it down into the small numbers. And now it doesn't feel like, it feels like, of course, it's done. I want you in that done energy before we start going. Let's see. I need a 5,000 in 2 days, but I've made 110,000 in a year until a new federal layoff. Hello, Queen Bee. First of all, let's send Queen Bee some energy, some love, and let her know that the federal layoff is going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. You may not feel it yet, but you're going to feel it soon, because you're going to be like, guess what? I don't have to worry about working for, maybe it's a government that you don't even love anymore. It's not supporting you anymore. Whatever the case is, you get to say, I get to make the money on my own, and nobody else gets to determine how much I make or when I make it. And so I want you to feel into that. So 110,000 a year. I should have got my calculator. Y'all help me calculate that. What's 110,000 a year? That's almost 10,000. It's almost 10,000 a month. And we, so you've done about 10,000 in a month. I'll give you that, right? And then, so you can easily do 5,000 in 2 days. You've done 10,000 in a month. Your brain can get around 5,000 in 2 days. All right. So I want you to feel, Queen Bee, and I want you to take the word need and say, I get to receive. It's not a need. I get to receive 5,000 in 2 days. I've easily made 10,000 in a month, 5,000 in 2 days. Come on, brain. If I can create $10, I can create $10,000. Remember how they say it's as easy to manifest a button as it is a castle. Okay. And so you get to say, I've already done it. My brain already knows what it's like to receive about 10,000 in a month, 5,000 in 2 days. We got this. All right. So you're going to play with that, and you get to say this federal layoff. I don't know how, but I just know that this was an answer to the prayers. I know that this is the jump off point of me creating and manifesting the things of my dreams. This federal layoff was the best thing that ever happened to me. Show me how. Show me how good it gets. I want you to start saying that, and I don't want you to use the federal layoff as something that's negative for you. I want you to celebrate it. I want you to dance it. Those of you, I don't know if you saw my video about Ring My Bell. Ring My Bell has this energy behind it, and that is great for like creating and receiving and manifesting money. And so play Ring My Bell, Queen Bee. I want you dancing, and I want you feeling like the abundance that you are. Okay? All right. Neptune and Moon says, if I manifested a house, I can do anything. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody before we go. I need the process complete thought. I just need the process a complete thought. Let's see. Mary Curtis said, manifested small wins need big wins. What if you get to say all of the small wins? What if they grew into the big thing? If you can do the small ones, you can also allow the big ones. Okay. Let's see. Everything is flowing. Yes, everything is flowing to you. Okay, everybody, let's see. It's like 11K a month, I think. Yeah, it's about that, right? So it's easy. I get to receive 5,000 in 2 days. Yes, I get to receive 5,000 in 2 days. And why? Maybe it gets to happen today. And so first of all, I also want you guys, I'm going to give you guys a practical, because I want you to create something where that 5,000 gets to flow through. Because a lot of times we're like, I want 5,000 in 2 days, and it can come from anywhere, anything. But you're going to give yourself, when we do our imagining, we're going to do whole imagining together. You get to give yourself the space and grace to see how it gets to flow to you. And let's see. I see that trend, that song, Ring My Bell. Yes, watch my first penned video, and it talks about it, and it leads you to the person who found the numerology behind the song. Let's see. I learned that the other day about Ring My Bell, and I plays it for 2 days. Crazy synchronicity. Yes, he told me. Let's see. Nothing is good or bad. It's always working out in my favor. Let's see. I didn't even know what I was doing when see, you don't have to know. You guys are manifesting superstars. You were born to create your reality. You were born. I call the universe, some of you call it God, some call it the universe, some call it source. I call it Gus. God, universe, source, spirit. So that energy is within you, and you came into this world to experience and to create and to turn the unseen into matter, to turn your thoughts into actual things. And so you get to decide that, you know what, I don't have to know, because internally I know. Okay, let's see. Mary Chris says, I get to receive 4,000 in 2 days. Yes. Let's do this. Let's do this together. All right, let's see. All right, so we've got the amount. You already know that it's easy for you, right? I want you to be aware of the conversations that you have about it. Let's not talk need, because need is a grabby energy. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So like, if you had someone, like you had a guy or a girl that you were interested in, a person, and if that person was like hounding you and was like, I need you in my life, like I need you, that would feel heavy, right? That would not feel great. You don't want to have that needy, grabby energy when you are receiving money. Money is here. It was created to support you. It was created to go where there is value. It was created to expand, to support your desires. When you say I need something, you are actually not being the identity of the person who already has it. Okay, we'll talk about the Diva framework, but one of the biggest pieces of the Diva quantum manifesting framework is identity. And everybody has decided, okay, let's just go through it. The Diva the Diva manifesting framework, it starts with decision. And so I want you first in the comments to say, I decide that I receive, and whatever it is this month. So some of you say, I decide that I receive 5,000 in 2 days. I decide that I receive, and We'll put the 2 days, but I want to take the urgency off of it. So we get to, it could happen in a day. It could happen today. It could happen when you wake up tomorrow, right? So I want you not to feel the graspy energy. So if 2 days feels like, I just want you to say, I decide that I receive $5,000, done. And or more, blow my mind, universe, God, source, universe, blow my mind. Okay. But I want you to put that in the comments, because the first piece of the quantum leaping framework is I decide. Let's see. Neptune says, I decide that I receive $10,000 this month. All right. So $10,000. Once you decide, that's the manifested state. When I decide, so it is. Ashe. I decided, it's done. The 3D is now going to catch up to you. The 3D is now going to catch up to who you are being. So if you decided, Mary Curtis, I decided that I receive an extra $4,000 this month. Michelle, I decide that I receive $5,000 by March 20th, the day before my birthday. I decide, and so it is. Ashe. Okay, so we decided, and so it is. That's the manifested point. That's the point of manifestation. Now, the 3D is old news. What we are seeing, all of that is from old frequency. It's old news. And so the 3D is catching up to you. The 3D is catching up to you. And so when you remember that the 3D is catching up to me, there's no need, because if I'm the identity, decide. Number 2 is the identity. If I'm the identity of the woman who had a $4,000 month extra, who had, let's see, I decide that I received 10,000, or universe, blow my mind. So if I'm Queen Bee and I decided that I have a $10,000 that's flowing to me, how would I be? Let me ask you this. The numbers that you, let's see, lovely Sonia. Okay, lovely Sonia, I'm talking to you. I decide that I receive 15,000 this month, and so it is. So, lovely Sonia, if you knew that you were receiving a wire transfer of $15,000 on March, what's next week? March 14th. You knew it. Somebody, welcome to the fan club. Aloha. Hello, Digital Surfer. If you knew that you were receiving that and you knew it was done, how would you be walking? How would you be talking? What things would you be doing? I'm going to give you some things that you get to do, but what things would you be doing? What conversations would you be having? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If you knew that 15,000 was being deposited and it was already in the works and it was in the pipeline and it was coming into the account on March 14th. Yay, thank you for the birthday wishes. What would you be doing? What kind of conversations would you be having? How would you be leading yourself? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Because you are not going to be talking about, I need the number. No, let's say you needed it for a specific bill. Let's say you needed it to satisfy an obligation. Okay. You would be calling the person where you wouldn't be like worried. You would say, hey, I'll be satisfying that obligation by the 15th. I'm expecting the deposit on the 14th. You would just be moving with pride and power. You would not be worried. You wouldn't use the word need. Hello, Mary Hayes. Blessed said, I decide I receive $50,000 this month. Thanks, universe, for blowing my mind. It is done. Yes, yes. Deja vu, I decide that I receive $60,000 this month. Done and done. Casey says, I decide I receive, not going to, I decide I receive, Casey, $5,000 this month. Done and done. Ashe, it is done. When you decide, so it is. When you decide, so it is. And the 3D gets to catch up to you. The 3D gets to catch up to you. Let's see. Neptune says, yes, my birthday's on the 21st. I'll be 50 years old on the 21st. Somebody said they would. Okay, let's see. Yes, let's see. I know the stuff. Let's see. I shouted to. I feel elated. I'd feel carefree. Yes, yes, yes. I would feel gratitude. I would feel vibrant. I would feel confident. I would feel happy. Write these feelings down. All of the things you said you would feel, need you to start feeling them proactively right now. Right now. Neptune is an Aries baby. Happy birthday on the 28th of this month. I am a Pisces Aries cusp. Let's see. Mama, I decided I received 50,000 this month. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Thank you. I'm so happy and grateful. We're going to put this down for the $33,000 in my bank account right now. Done and done and done. Let's see. But don't say I will, say I do. Yes, say I feel it. Yes, I feel my shoulders would drop. I wouldn't feel tense. Yes, yes, yes. So I want you, while you're watching this video, you are going to be in the identity of the version of you that has already received that amount of money. Which means I want you to roll your shoulders back. I want you to, I call this the receiving position. And guys that are on this call, most of my clients, almost all of my clients are women. So just go with it. Okay, divas, go with it. You get to be a diva too. So so we roll your shoulders back, diva. You put your chest out. I still call this receiving position. You got the chest out. Your head is held high, open to receive. Your heart is open, right? So you're in receiving position. Receiving position. Yes, yes. Grateful, gratitude. You are a master manifester. Yes, blessed. Yes, yes. You would be feeling like, I did that. Like, wow, look at what we created, right? Let's see. Elle says, I decide that I received $25,000 this month. Thank you, universe, for blowing my mind. Yes, yes, that's the superhero position, scientifically proven to do great things. There you go. So shoulders back, heart open. I want you all present during this call. I want your shoulders back, your heart open. You have received. It is done. And so all of the worries, all of the fears, all of the things that could happen in 2 days, let that go. Can you decide that you're going to let all the worries go, even if it's just for the rest of this call, the rest of this experience? Thank you for the hearts and the heart me's and all of the gifts. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Say, yes, I decide. Like, claim it. Yes, you get that? Say, yes, I am deciding during this call to be the woman, the man, the person. Hello, Earth Angel. Hello, lovely. Thank you for these hearts and the roses. And thank you. You get to say thank you. That's who I am on this call, because guess what? Your brain cannot tell the difference between the imagined version and the version of you. Let's see. Thank you, beloved creator, for my healthy body from head to toe. It is done, done and done. Say, I am healthy. We have done this for my mom. I'll tell you a quick story about healing and then we'll get back to money. My mom had cirrhosis of the liver. And my sister and I, we said, okay, Mom, you get to imagine, because she's Christian. My mom's Christian. So I said, imagine in your prayers, your healthy liver. Do not pray for the healthy liver. Pray thanks that your liver is healthy. Don't go, I'm praying for it to come be the one who it is. And I said, Mom, because I speak all my clients come from all different kinds of religion aspects, right? And so I speak to them in ways they understand. And so for my mom, I said, when Jesus said, see, you got the sight. He didn't say, pray that you get your sight. He said, you got the sight. Get up, open your eyes and see. So I said, you need to close your eyes and see your liver already healed. Or y'all like, hello? We going to Manifesting Church today. See it already healed. And so I want you to already see it's already done. Already done. Already done. You're not begging. You are. Gus is within you. God, universe, source, spirit is in you. So all you had to do is say, I am healed. I am. And so guess what? We go to the appointment because they had an appointment and they said all kind of stuff like because my mom had a stroke and all these things, and they said all these things was wrong with the liver and and so we gave her, of course we did some things, right? She started drinking dandelion tea, We also gave her dandelion tea, and we were doing some coffee enemas. We did the things externally, right, that we felt led to do, but we also decided she was healed. And she decided she was healed. We go to the doctor, and the doctor was sitting there. Her name was Mina Yoshi, which is one of my favorite friends. Her name is Mina Yoshi, so I loved it because I said, okay, doctor, the doctor gonna be somebody I love. And she was like, I don't know why you are here. She was like, we took another test. Your mom's liver is fine. It's already done. It's the same with health. It's the same with healing. It's the same with relationships. It's the same with money. All right, y'all picking up what I'm putting down. No more waiting on anything. You are God, universe, sources within you. And you get to say, it wasn't because Jesus said, open your eyes and see. It was because he saw the healing, and that reflected back in that man. And that man said, okay, let me open these eyes. He had to decide that that was true. Pick up your bed and walk. He had to decide, okay, I'm going to get up. Let me go ahead and get up. Because if he was fighting for his limitations, he would have said, but the doctor told me I can't walk. What you talking about? Pick up my bed and walk. They told me I can't. No, he said, let me get up. So no more waiting on anything. Yes, no more waiting on anything. Okay, so that was the sign. Y'all look, don't get me excited now. So yes, it works on healing. It works on health. It works on relationships. It works on all these things because you are the master creator for your reality. God, universe, source is within you. You get to decide that when you decide it is so. And you get to do this according to whatever your faith is. Yes. 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 All right. All right. So let's come back. Now we're gonna bring it back. Let me know the person who was saying they were healing, and I can't remember. I try to remember your names and everything. How do you feel after that? Because I want you to know that you are healed. ED. I am healed. Be in that energy. Okay? Gertrude, y'all gonna have me. I have this energy just flowing. I feel it. I feel that energy. Candy. All right. You are healed. Say, I am healed. ED. ED. It's done. It's done. It's done. I decided I am healed. And be healed, okay? And just walk with that energy. All right. So we got the number. Thank you for the fan club. We got the number. All right. So y'all put the number down. And you've already decided that it's done. Yes. Healed, healed, healed. You decided it was already done. So now that you've decided it is already done, okay? What do I want to do? How do I want to take you? Okay, I'm going to take you through the diva, and then we're going to go through the 6 steps because I want us to go through like an imagining together. I want us to close our eyes. We're going to enjoy this Saturday, and you're going to like experience it. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Legit, I healed psoriasis at 16 because I thought, well, mom ain't doing it, so I can't be. Yeah, exactly. You can do it so many ways. All right. So first, let me take you through the diva. You decided. Now you get to be in the identity of the version of you that already has it. That means the conversations that you have, the thoughts that you think, you get to say, are these the thoughts of somebody who already knows that $5,000 is deposited into their account, that $4,000 is already there, that $10,000 is already done, that $25,000 is already done. If I haven't said your number, you replace it with your number. Then you have the visualization. I'm going to take you through the imagining session. We're going to do one together. Y'all want to do it? We're going to do it when I go through the 6 steps. So visualization is the other part. So DIVVA, visualization. The reason why I talk about imagining and visualization is because there is one mind. Everybody thinks I have a subconscious mind. You have a subconscious mind. She has no. All of us are sharing this one subconscious mind. That is why telepathy works. That is why when you think of something and then someone calls you, that is why it happens. It's because we're all connected. Christine, yesterday on the call, she said her friend was very down and sad. And so she told her friend, it was after one of the lives, she said, why don't you imagine us on a beach having guac and margaritas? And so the friend said, yes, I'm going to do that. Yes, collective mind in the ether. Yes. So her friend goes and imagines them on the beach, her and Christine. My name is Christine too, but it wasn't me. It was Christine on the live. And so she imagines Christine, who was on my live yesterday, they imagine in the beach and they were having the margaritas and the chips and the guac and they were just having a good old time. And that put her in an energy of happiness. Guess what happened? Shortly after, the girl's father calls her and says, "You want to go for chips and guac?" And then she's like, "Yeah." And then her dad says, "Bring Christine." So Christine got to be manifested for some chips and guac. So that's how fast your imagination works when you aren't tied to what it needs to look like. Okay? So that's the V in the visualization. Aloha says, "Oh, yeah." And so Christine's like, "And we went for chips and guac." Just from her imagining and taking herself away from and let me be real. If you guys are like, she's speaking this from some high tower because she's making all this money. Hello, Coco 888. Love those numbers. I am not speaking from a high tower. I am speaking from someone who left her corporate position. I used to work for Victoria's Secret. I also worked for the Coca-Cola company, and I made hundreds of thousands of, remember I told you it was almost millions of dollars in my corporate career. But as I left, I was not making much money in my business and I had to file for bankruptcy. So I am not speaking from some high perch, like, girl, you have stress. It doesn't matter. Just believe it out of it. No, it's stuff I had to do myself. Stephanie, I don't work at VS no more, girl. It's been years. And so I was like, I'm not speaking from this perch on the sky that have never had struggles and never had anything and didn't have to go and into my imagination and be the version of me that had that money. I am talking from this. Oh, yay. 1111. Yes. Here we go. Stephanie, we can imagine and create a job at Victoria's Secret for you. We can do that. We're going to use the V. Hello, Tania. Okay, so all I want you to know is that I understand that things get stressful. I understand that the real life be lifing. How many of y'all, the real life be lifing? Life coach Melanie, let's talk. I love that name. I believe, I manifest, but it does. You know what? That's okay. I'm going to take you through some of the reasons why that happens, but Life Coach Melanie, drop an amount that you want and we're going to walk through that. Okay. Hello, Jazz. Hello, Rise and Shine. Everybody that's joining. Hello. And so I'm telling you this from a perspective of somebody that has had money struggles big time, who has had bill collectors, who has had the stress, who has had all that. Hello, Estella, who has had all of this. And so I want you to know from my heart, I understand what it feels like when you are like, I need that money yesterday. Life Coach Melly says 125K. Okay, is that for the year or is that for a month? Mouthy girl, I love that name. Okay. And so I just want to say that because I feel like sometimes you have those girls and she's like 25, she's blonde and she's never had a trouble in her life. And she's telling you, you can manifest your millions. I did it too. And you're looking at her like, you know what I mean? Y'all feel me? Don't act like you never felt that. Don't act like you've ever felt that. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Y'all seeing the girl, she got this gorgeous body and she's like, you can lose weight too. She's never been 100 and lost 100 pounds like I have. The most she lost was 25 pounds. And so then you're like, but I lost 100. So I know how it feels to look in the mirror and not feel like you love your body. So why am I screaming? What? Y'all, I'm screaming at y'all. I'm not screaming. I'm speaking a little, enunciating. Let's see. My energy pulled me to stop and listen because I usually scroll past all live feeds. Yay, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for the heart puffs. Thank you for everything. Yes, I got 152 go. Here we go. Yes, excitement. Yes, it's excitement. And this is what I do. I've been doing this for 12, 13 years. Oh, New Orleans. That's where I am right now, visiting my parents. Okay. So I just want you to know, I'm saying this from, yes, passionate. I'm so passionate about this. My clients who have been with me for so long, they will tell you that this is just who I am. Let's see, me too. It never clicked, but you start speaking facts and I had to speak to, yes. Okay. And so I just want you to know that I'm not speaking from some tower in the sky where I've never had trouble. I've never had money trouble, or never didn't like my body, 100 pounds down, y'all. Never felt unworthy, never had ancestral stuff, you know? Life Coach Melanie, how do we become a client? Life Coach Melanie, there's a couple things that I'm going to share today. There's the Alignment Lab. And the Alignment Lab is the 90-day quantum leap. But once you're in, you're in. It's not like a membership. It's once you are in, and we get to do these 90-day quantum leap cycles. And so you can be in that. And then I have a gift that I'm giving people who join the Alignment Lab. It's called the Money Manifesting Intensive. It is a 30-day intensive that every day there's something that you get to do to shift your money reality. Now, those of you who cannot, like you're like, okay, financially, I'm not able to join the Alignment Lab. I also have a special price for the Money Manifesting Intensive that you can just get the Money Manifesting Intensive, manifest some money and get into the Alignment Lab, because I am going to be here. I've been doing this for a long, long, long time. And it is my vision that I help women who are like me, who are life coaches, they are spiritual advisors, they are have a gift, they have a product, they have a service, and they know that they want that product and service to be like, my vision is to help 1,000 women become millionaires, and I've already helped a lot, and I want more. And that's why I'm going live on TikTok, because I know that I get to reach a bigger crowd, a bigger group of people. I've coached over 20,000 women in the last 13 years, and I have seen this time and time again. So like I said, I am speaking from a reality that I have lived. All right. And so I have a special offer for the Alignment Lab. Is normally $3,000. I have a special offer where it's $997, and you can click on that link. And if you click on the first link that I have, it also has an affirm. So that means it's $249.25. And then you just pay affirm. That's the easy way. If you're like, I can't get approved for affirm, message me. I will create your payment plan. This is how much I want this message to get out to people. So that's answering your question. Of course, I can go more into that, but I want to take us to some more of these steps. Let's see. Congratulations. Christine is, oh, thank you. Oh, guys, welcome Up Leveling Phoenix. This is Kimber. She is in my mastermind. She's in we have a mastermind. It's called the Voodoo Villa. She's also going to be a part of the Alignment Lab. Thank you, top gifter. Lovely. Don't make me cry. I appreciate that. I receive. Thank you so much for those beautiful roses. Kimber has manifested so many things. Kimber has started her business. Kimber just had a video for her go viral because she just started on TikTok. She just had 1,000 views on her video, and for her, that is a lot. She's got 60 plus likes, and she's just doing so well. So Chris, thank you, Kimber, for validating that. Let's see. Life Coach Melanie says, I'm a life coach. I teach self-love. Beautiful you. Love yourself now. I love that. It's not if, it's when. Yes, it's now. It's now. And so it's done. Okay. And so let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, you know what, guys? And if you are interested, let me just pin this. I'm going to pin this. DM me. And because if you click the link and you're like, I have some questions, or I want to know more about the Alignment Lab, or I want to know more about the Money Manifesting Intensive, and you clicked on it and you saw and you read and you're like, just click this and DM me. Okay. I talk to you in my DMs. Oh, Josito! I set boundaries with my SP and told her I wasn't taking breadcrumbs and I wasn't going to entertain it. Yes! Yes! Okay, I'm going to quickly tell you Josito's story. Josito found me about 3+ weeks ago, down, out, his SP tripping, blocking him on all the places. And he was like, Josito was so sad. And then Josito listened to my lives. Guys, if you take what I'm doing on these lives, you can see shifts. Josito decided, okay, I'm going to be, and what did we decide? It was the most desired king. I said, don't run after her. Become the most desired king. Become the person who sets boundaries, who decides that I am desired. And so then Josito was like, okay. I said, do not look at that person. Do not focus on that person. Hello, Kimberly. Do not focus on her. Focus on you. Love you. Become obsessed with you. And so Josito said, I'm going to do it. Josito is 18, y'all. Josito said, I got it. Listen to me. Also put his little twist on things so it made sense for him. Yes, this is what I teach. Make it make sense for you, because that's why I teach a 45-day protocol. That's your 45-day protocol, not my 45-day protocol. And what worked for me, what's going to work for you. And so Josito did his twist, did some things, kept coming back to the lights and was like, I'm still feeling down. And I was like, look, don't give that any power. Don't give that any power. Focus on yourself. And he did. And then he, 3 weeks later, he had the inspiration to reach out to his SP, and his SP is obsessed with him. But also, Josito's not just taking crumbs, not taking snacks, it's not taking break. He's like, no, I am the whole prize. And so I'm not going to allow you to treat me any kind of way. Hello, Queen Vanessa. Okay, so, all right. So everybody celebrate Josito, because Josito said, I am feeling good. Yes, sending that message last night. I am not going to make myself smaller for anyone else. And Josito, would you have done that 3 weeks ago? Would you have known your value and who you are? No. You're like, you can be obsessed with me, but I'm not going to take scraps. I get to have what I want. No, I would have begged for her. And when you raise your value, when you know what you're worth, because you guys are all worthy, nothing, you were born worthy, and that never changed. And when you know your worth and you're like, I'm not going to take that, that is a quantum jump. And it was 3 weeks. Imagine what happens in 90 days, people. Imagine what happens in 90 days. Okay. So let's see. Wait. Okay. So we did decided identity. The visualization, which I'm going to take you guys through. We're going to do our own visualization with the numbers that you put in the comments. And oh, by the way, Josito started his own business and made some money. Just saying. Lord, that's how fast you can shift your reality when you decide to be the identity of the person who has all the things. Okay, let's see. Now she's drawn to this energy and she has no choice but to chase me. Yes! Josito! Okay. So we talked about deciding, we talked about identity, we talked about the visualization, and I'm going to take you in it because I want you to do these visualizations. I want you to connect to the one mind. I want you to be in the version of like, what would I be doing? And I'm going to walk you through what you're going to do. But what would I be doing, saying, if I knew, like, it's already mine, it's already mine. Who is the version of me that does that? And then you're going to bring that energy and that feeling into your everyday life. So the visualization. Number 4, validation. No more needing validation from circumstances, from people, from situations outside of you. You are the validator. You validate yourself. And so all of you who said 10,000, said I want 5,000, I decided that I've already manifested 5,000 this month. I've decided that I've already manifested, but is it 10,000 or 12,000? I've decided that I've already manifested, blah, blah, blah. Those of you who decided that, do not, hello, Serene. I am so glad that this came. Listen, that makes sense because we have to live in the energy that doubtless. Don't validate yourself. Stop looking outside of you for validation. Validate yourself. That is a sign for me. I do not need you don't. You are the validator. You don't need anything that you're giving to yourself. You don't need, like Josito didn't need her attention because he was giving it to himself. And then when you don't need that person, guess what? Ring, ring, ring. Hello, how you doing? What you doing? You don't need money when you got a ton of money, and guess what? You get to receive a ton of money. When you decide that you are wealthy, when you decide that I've already decided this is already mine, you don't need money. Money flies into your world because you don't need it. You remember how I said nobody wants the needy person? Nobody wants to be with somebody needy. Money doesn't either. Okay? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So we did the validation. Stop looking externally for validation. Stop looking for situations and circumstances to validate you. So stop looking at that bank account and don't stop looking at it, but stop looking at it to validate you. It's only a number. The number means nothing. Whether it's a red number, negative, or a positive number, positive, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a negative bank account number. It doesn't matter. It's just the number, and the number can change in an instant. A deposit can come in an instant. We are so lucky that we now live in a day and age where somebody can hit a button and quick pay you or send you some Zelle money or give you a Cash App in an instant, and that money would drop into your account. And so by you using the money in your account to validate your worth, you are minimizing what you are worth from a number on a screen. And so what I want you to do, you get to look at that number and you get to say, oh, there must be a glitch in the bank account because I know that gets to be $100,000. I know $100,000 deposits are coming. Deposits are landing in my account now as I speak. Don't give the 3D your power. Don't continue to look at the 3D and like give it all your power. Don't stop. Yes, if money has a personhood, yes, it opens up so many possibilities in the conscious money mindset. That's the free offer. So guys, like I have something free that you can take if you aren't ready for the money manifesting intensive, if you aren't ready for the alignment lab. In my links, if you scroll down, it's called the conscious money mindset. It gives you 6 steps to conscious money mindset. And I've had people like really shift their money mindset by doing those 6 steps. And so that's free. You got that. Just go put your information in and you'll receive it. Okay? So I want you to take the anxiety away, because oftentimes when I'm on these lives or when I even see some people on my clients' lives and they get nervous because they're like, well, I can't afford this, or I won't be able to buy this, or blah, 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 blah. And they get so worried about their bank accounts and they're like, well, what do I do? How do I go next? I want to take that anxiety away. I just want you to be present, and I want you to be the person who has all the money in the world and know that you get to get some kind of support. Okay? Or hello, Catherine. So just take that anxiety away. Anytime you want something, you desire something, and you're like, oh, I would love to buy that car, or I would love to be in that program, or I would love to work with that person. And then you find the amount. I don't ever want you to be like, I can't afford it. Never use those words. What I want you to say is, I'm so excited for when I buy that. I'm so excited. I don't choose to do it right now, but I'll choose to do it another time. Hello, Christine, Grand Rising. This is my favorite tapper. I just told them the story about the chips and the guac. So I want you to like, did I take any anxiety away? If you were feeling any anxiety and you were like, man, I want I want to remove all of that. And I want you to know I don't gatekeep. The information I give works. Okay? And so take all the anxiety away. Just be in the present moment and receive. I love this for us. I love this for you too. Hello, Tanya. Just signed up for that. Yay. Okay. So I just want you to know that there is something that you can walk away with. And never to feel like, oh my God, like I'm missing out on. No, you're never missing out on anything. That is not the way I roll. Okay. All right. Hello, Nursta. Happy Saturday. Everybody, you guys got to check out Nursta. Nursta is amazing. She's also a manifestation coach and mentor, and she's chef's kiss perfect. Okay. So we talked about the DIVV. And now we're going to talk about the A. Do you guys get it when I said stop making money the validator of your experience? Stop making the amount in your bank account. Yes, hey, you're the best too. Stop making the number in your bank account mean who you're worth. That's seeking external validation. You have what did I say? Gus is inside of you. God, universe, source, spirit is inside of you. Stop like not using that powerful energy and letting a little number on the screen mean something about you. Yes, tap all your fingers and share. If you power share, you just press my little head, hold it down, and then you're going to get a whole list of people that need this live. Share it out to all of them. Share it out to all of them. TikTok is like, these people would be great there. Send it. Okay. So decide your identity, which we're going to go deeper into. Visualization, validation, because stop using money as a validator. You are the validation. You get to be, you know what? I'll tell you about one of my mentors. I'm going to tell you this one story about validation and how she self-validated, and now she makes multiple millions. So she was at a point in her life that she had lots of negative bank accounts. Like they were not hot. They weren't hot. Thank you for sharing the live. So they weren't hot. Thank you, Neptune and Moon, sharing this live. So they were not hot. And her bank accounts were so negative. And then she decided to look at that bank account and she said, I am so lucky that I have this much money. I am so lucky that I have more money on the way, money that's depositing, money. And she was like, I am rich no matter what. And I'm going to tell you something else. Do you guys realize that Elon Musk does not have a lot of cash? Do y'all know that? In fact, he's got you manifesting him becoming a trillionaire, but basically is a trillionaire on paper. And because he put it out there and told everybody he's going to become the first trillionaire, he's got you talking about it and he's got you manifesting. Yes, it's on paper. It's capital and it's assets. But it's not, it's also on paper. And let me tell you how. Because if the stock prices for Tesla and some of his other companies go down, he's broke. It's not real. It's not real. But then you guys go and say, well, good, my bank account negative, that mean no. You just keep telling people, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. You can tell and talking to yourself, I'm rich. I am rich. I am rich inside. I am rich with value. I have knowledge. I have wisdom, and money is attracted to value. I have everything I need inside of me. I am the millionaire inside of me because I have so much value. I have so much wisdom and people are ready to pay for my wisdom, or there's other jobs or circumstances and things that I will be paid for because I'm that rich. My last name is literally rich now. Literally every time I sign my name, it's coming to, yes, it's there. And so I'm just saying that we give so much credence to what we actually see into this 3D world that is old news. That negative bank account is from old identity, old beliefs, old energy. And the 3D is just reflecting that back to you because maybe that's the identity that you were in. But you I don't really have it, so I'm not. No, he don't really have it either. One moment when people were boycotting Tesla, he was this close away from all of his loans being called. Most of the things that they buy on loan. All of you I need to pay off all my debt. That's all he got is debt. Because what he does is he takes the paper and says, oh, my stock price is this much. Give me my yacht. He didn't even pay cash for that. Are y'all seeing how the rich move differently? And I just want to get that in your head so that you can stop limiting yourself. Oh, I need to pay off all my debt because if I don't pay off, we love debt paid off. Debt paid off is fun. That's great. But the richest people in the world have a shit ton of debt. So don't make it mean anything about you. They didn't make it mean anything about them. And one more thing. Oftentimes we try to say, oh, I need to be happy, happy, joy, joy all the time. I am. Y'all see me. I laugh. I love. This is my energy. But no frequency is bad. And I have separated how I feel from what I get to receive. Because you show me one millionaire that hasn't felt anxious or isn't feeling anxious, and I will show you a lie. Of course they're anxious. They put the babies on the shoulders and they're scared somebody's going to kind of hurt them. But did that stop them from making the billions? Did that stop them from receiving the millions? Did that? But you were told that you have to be this perfect person in your identity. You need to have this perfect feelings and you need to be happy and you need to do all this stuff in order to receive. It's all lies. It's all made up. Are y'all can y'all hear what I'm saying? It's all lies. It's all made up. And you can always say, show me where this isn't even true. And you will find many places that isn't even true, so that you can have the awareness of, let me make it the way I want it to be. What I'm saying, yes, we don't want to live in anxiety. Of course not. That's why we do the emotional regulation. And that's why we shift our states. And that's why we do that. However, you having a mad moment, you feeling anxious, you having even a doubt moment does not mean that you don't get to receive the thing that you decided is yours. It just means that you get to not make it mean anything. You get to say, oh, I'm feeling anxious. Okay, let me do some breath work, instead of meaning that you're not going to get what you desire. That's the reason why you don't have what you desire, because you assigned that problem to it. You assigned that issue. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Yes, we make our rules. There are no rules. You make your rules. And I'm sorry, I'm turning 50. I'm not sorry. I am just telling you, as I'm turning 50 and the older I get, the more I'm like, it's all lies. I get to make my own rules. The whole society is built on rules that some person decided that they think you should act. You need to do this. It's their rules for them. You don't have to follow their rules. picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right. So that's the big thing I want to talk about. Okay. So we did diva, right? Decision, identity, visualization, validation. And the last piece is align. All right. So align. Thank you. Don't look a day over 35. I'll receive it. Align means, like, when I look at manifestation, right? Intentional receiving. That's what manifestation is to me. It's a system. And that system is made up of your identity, your state, energetic and emotional state. Now, and remember how I said it, you don't have to be in a certain emotion. It's about what you make those emotions mean. And it's about how you allow yourself to move through it. And it's about regulating your nervous system. And the way the system is set up, it's set up so that you don't feel regulated. It's set up so they can throw chaos at you. It's set up to overwhelm your system. And you get to not let it overwhelm your system. I want you to feel, right? We said the receiving position, shoulders back, tits up. If you don't have tits, chest up. And just feeling like head high, held high, and that nobody can, shift or create in your reality the way you want to, right? And so you've got your identity, the state, energetic and emotional, and then you have what? The calibration. Calibration is where we talk about the gap that you imagine is between you and whatever money that you receive. So, like, let's say if you said you wanted $1 million year, there's a artificial gap that you see between you and between the version of you that has the $1 million. You might think you need to do something. You might think you need to say something. You might think you need to be somewhere. What we need to do is we get to close that gap by making it very normal for you. And one of the ways we do it is for the visualization, which I'm going to take you guys through. Okay. All right. Okay. So alignment, you can test your alignment. You can see where there are, you can see which piece is off and where you need to shift your alignment. And you can see that from, I did an alignment assessment. I created this assessment and it tests your identity, your state, and your calibration. And you'll know if it's your identity that you get to focus on, and then you get to create a 45-day protocol to anchor in that identity. If it's your state, you get to understand the 5, I have this trademarked shifting process. It's called AlignedSoul Alchemy. And you get to learn how to become an alchemist and shift these emotions and, shift your energetic state. Thank you so much for the likes, the loves, all of the things. If I talk with my eyes closed sometimes and I miss things. So thank you for the horseshoe, Christine. I appreciate it. All right. And then you have the calibration. Is it because you're putting it on a pedestal? Some of you, like, if you say, I would love to have $5,000 in 2 days, but you're like putting it on a pedestal, you've separated it from you. And we need to close that gap so that 5,000 in a day seems easier. That's the work that we did in the beginning of the call. Those of you who were on the beginning of the call, you remember I said, well, when have you ever made 5,000? How quickly did you make it? You've already done it before. You can always do it again. You can do it faster. Do you see how I took it off the pedestal? I took 1.2 million off the pedestal. For anybody that's made 50,000 in a year, 1.2 million is slashed off a pedestal because all it is 50,000 every 2 weeks. That's all it is. You've done 50,000 before. You can do it faster. Just like you ride a bike. You ride it faster than it was the first day that you rode it. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? The A is alignment. And the alignment is the aligning your identity, your energetic and emotional state, and your calibration. Those are the 3. And so if you guys ever had questions and you wanted to test your alignment assessment, if you click the link in the picture, right, and you'll see the alignment assessment, there's even a code there that'll give you 90% off. It's $77 and you get a 3-day event and all the things. You can go there. Okay. So that's the whole diva. So now what I want to do is I want to take you through 6 steps that are going to help you to timeline shift. We're going to do the imagining together. I'm going to take you through a process so you can feel it and experience it. And then you're going to really tap into it. So y'all ready? So you've already decided. Put it in the comments. How much did you decide you've already received? It's already mine. I want you to put, I am so happy and grateful that I received and whatever that amount is this month, right? So what is it? I'm so happy and grateful that I received $50,000 this month. That's Mama BCF. I am so happy and grateful that I received $10,000 this month. I believe that's Mary Curtis, right? Mary Curtis. I think you said, no, not 10,000. You said 4,000 extra. So I'm so happy and grateful that I received $10,000 this month. That's Neptune and the moon. I am so happy and grateful that I received $4,000 this month, an extra $4,000 this month. I am so, and I would add that to even the total. So like, let's say for Mary Curtis, if you're normally used to receiving $5,000 every month, then I would say, I'm so happy and grateful that I received $9,000 to $10,000 this month. I am so happy and grateful that, and I get to, you can double and triple that. I am so happy and grateful that I received $25,000 this month. I am so happy and grateful that I received $125,000 this month. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I had one of my clients do what we're doing here, and she, like I told you, this girl, she's the insurance exam queen. You can find her on YouTube. She has a huge YouTube channel. And she was just so happy and grateful. And we started to do the gap eraser. And she went from, like I said, from a $40,000 teaching for someone else at corporate to having a $4 million business, because she decided she was happy and grateful for. And she started off with $1,000 days. So she used to sing $1,000 days. I have $1,000 days. And that's a part of the gap eraser method. And then she started from $1,000 days. Then that started to happen. She had one, and then she had another one. And then she went from $1,000 every day. So that was a $30,000 month. Two, we doubled it. We said $2,000 days. So she started to sing about that. She's so happy she had the $2,000 days. And now she's probably at about $150,000 a month, which is closer to $5,000 days. But she just really started to play with like that song and it just feeling how it would feel. And then she did what we're going to do in number 2. Okay. So you already said, everybody said, I'm so happy and grateful. I see so many happy and gratefuls. I'm so happy and grateful for, yes, $8,000 this month in extra income. I'm so happy and grateful that I received $30,000 this month. I'm so happy and grateful. Yes, manifestations like prosperity. God, dude. Okay, dude. That's fine. Whatever you like, duder. Thank you for the engagement. Lady $, I'm so happy and grateful that I received $10,000 this month. I'm so happy and grateful that I received $33,000 this month. I'm so happy and grateful that, let's see. All right. All right. There we go. I'm so happy and grateful that, let's see. Okay, we got it. All right. So you're really tapped in. I am so happy and grateful, right? Okay. So now what you get to do is I want you to now imagine what you are going to do with that money. And I'm going to give you a couple of things that I want you to do. We're going to write this down if you have your pen and paper. All right. So I know y'all got the pen and paper. Hello, traveler. You're going to write this down. I want you, the first piece, I want you to take 10%. So let's use the $10,000 just because that's easy. I want you to take the 10% and I want you to invest that in you. So 10%, you're putting it and you're going to invest it in you. So that's either your business. Maybe you're going to do some ads. If you have someone that can do ads for you, maybe you're going to do invest in your learning, your training, invest in some coaching. You're going to just take that $10,000 and you're going to even keep it in an account so that you're like, I'm always going, that money is going to make me money. That money is going to make me money. And so you use that money to make you money. All right. Then number 2, I want you to take another 10%, and 10% of that would be something that you would donate. Okay. So you could donate to your favorite charity. You could donate it to your church. You could donate it to like wherever you would feel so expanded to donate it. Okay. All right. Yes. $10,000, $1,500 in investment. Yes. Casey, we'll come back to the favorite frequency because I talk frequency as a frequency queen. I talk to frequency more about frequency in the body. And so I use the body as the frequency. And so it's more of a feeling frequency and amplifying that. And of course there's hertz and all these kind of stuff. But when I talk frequency, I really am talking about emotional and feeling frequency and amplifying that within your identity. So that's what we do. Okay. So 10,000, you're going to invest in yourself. 10,000, you are going to donate. Okay. You're going to donate it to, a charity or something that you really feel like it, right? Okay, 20%, and this depends on where your taxes are, but let's say you got $10,000, I would set aside probably about 20% for taxes and have a tax account. That way you know that that's set aside for you, okay? And then you can take 10% for fun, like put that aside. So that's about 50% of that, right? I think I'm double checking, like 10, 10, 20. Yes, that's about 50%, okay? Then I would take about 10% and put that in my business savings account, right? So if you guys have a business or you have something, I would put 10% in savings. So that gives you about 60%, which means 40% is now what you would use for your obligations, for like paying the bills for the business and things like that. So you got 40%, but you've already set aside money for taxes. You set aside money for yourself. You set aside money for your investing in you, right? Because you are your biggest investment. And then you set aside money to donate. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. I want you to have that list, because as you start to imagine, when we go into this imagining, you're going to see yourself doing this. And so I gave you that list so you can kind of see, and you'll be able to imagine the bank accounts, and you'll be able to imagine all the things. Yes, picking it up and writing it down. Thank you. Okay. All right. So now, I don't know if you guys were on the call with me yesterday. I know Kimberly was. I think Christine was, and Neptune and some other people. Okay. There's something that I'm going to have you imagine, and I just want to prepare you for it, okay? So we're going to imagine you having the 10,000, and we're going to imagine you spending it and using it, and not spending it, circulating it. Circulating is a better word. We're going to imagine you circulating it in the way that I put on that list, right? When you wrote the things and how you're going to do it. However, before we get there, we're going to do another imagining, and it's going to be challenging. How many of you are ready to be challenged? How many of you are ready to be challenged? Okay, so oftentimes it is easier for you to imagine good things happening for other people than it is for yourself. Yes, Michelle raised her hand. I'm ready. Queen Bee said I raised my hand. I'm ready. Okay. So oftentimes, and it's our nature. How many of you are happier for someone else when they win than you are even for yourself? Say yes if you've ever experienced that. If you've ever experienced that. If you've ever been happier for someone else's win. Yes. Because you guys wouldn't be on my live if you weren't like that. Yes. Actually, I practiced this last night, and man, it works. I imagine it for someone. Yes. Okay. I love it. When we win, we all win. But I am going to push you guys outside of your comfort zone. We're going to do two different imaginings. The first one is going to be whatever number you put, you are going to imagine a friend, a family member, somebody you love. You're going to imagine them coming to you so excited because they manifested that in a number. 11:11 on the clock. Yes. Okay, so the first imagining we're going to do, you're going to imagine a friend, someone you love, manifesting that. That's going to feel so good, and your body's going to feel so good because you love them and you're so excited for them. Okay? And number two, we're going to imagine someone that you don't like, someone that you don't prefer, someone that might have been not so good to you. Don't make it so fresh because it might be too hard, but you are going to imagine somebody that you do not like coming up to you, telling you that they got what you got, what you want, and you are going to celebrate with them. And you are going to sit there and celebrate until you can genuinely feel happy for them. Want a kiss is like, what? And Neptune says, the way my eyes flew open. Let me tell you why. When you have something, let me tell you. Okay, those of you, well, congratulations. Oh man, that's a challenge. Yes. Y'all, I'm pulling you outside of your comfort zone. But let me tell you why. I had a client, and I'm going to tell you about love. Petty LaBelle is up for this challenge. Yes, we're gonna do this together too, because I have people that it might be really hard to do that. I know. Okay, so I had a client, and I'm gonna tell you in one love situation and then one money situation. So I had one of my clients. She had a hard breakup. He was not the best to her, and it was hard. It was not great. So we did some energy work, some alignment work. We did the things. And then one of her challenges was, I said, I want you to see him happy in another relationship. I want you to see him so happy with whoever, like even if it's the woman or the person that he left you for, I want you to see them happy and joyful and send them blessings and love. Like I want you to see that, because when you're in love and you have the happiest life of your dreams, are you wishing ill on someone else? You're going to take a shot and keep moving. Yeah. You when you have the million, are you wishing like someone else poor? No. You're never jealous of someone that has something that you have too. Yes, you wish well for exactly. And so the version of you that already made, like the person that wanted, I know there's somebody who wanted $5,000 in 2 days, and there's somebody else $4,000 in 2 days. You're going to imagine that person saying, I just got $5,000 in 2 days. It was so amazing. And you're going to be like, yay! Because let me tell you this. When you see people have and manifest the thing that you desire and you can celebrate with them, you are the person that has it too. Let's see, I actually want to have all the money to give to others. Yes, as well as yourself. Yes, there's no jealousy. There's no envy. Yes, are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Like I'm taking y'all, this is advanced. This is advanced level. Advanced level. Welcome for fun. Yes, taking it to the next level. Yes, me. Yes, queen. Yes, Queen B. Thank you so much for the heart me. Yay, Raf. There's enough pie for all of us. Yes, and what if, let me change your version of the pie. What if it's not even a pie? What if we all have our own bakeries? There's no limit. We can all bake our own pies. So you're not trying to take a piece of that pie. You have your own bakery. Yes. You got a bakery. You got a bakery. Roth got a bakery. Neptune got a bakery. Queen Bee got a bakery. Queen Vanessa got a bakery. Everybody got a bakery. I'm laughing. We are all one. Yes, we are all one and a reflection of us. So them having it is us having it. Exactly. And when you can spend that time in those moments, and I'm going to put a time on the calculator. I'm going to put a time on the thing, and we're going to count down. But when we can imagine someone else having the thing we desire, then that means we have it too. And when you can do it for someone you love, it feels good and it feels juicy. When you can do it from somebody that you had beef with, or somebody that wasn't that nice to you, then you are really allowing yourself to forgive, to let that go. Let's all win. Let's all win. The pie is never ending. On point. Yes, it never ends. I love that one. I was actually thinking about that. Neptune says she's going to imagine her MAGA neighbors and with some money. So we don't need to hate them, because we want to be like, you know what? I'm too fine. I'm too fly to hate. I'm too much love to hate. But I also don't have to pay that much attention to you, and I can wish you well. And I can see you thriving, and I can see you winning, because when they are winning, then maybe that's going to shift some of their hate. And then they can start to say, I don't need to be jealous, or don't need to think someone's taking from me because I got too. Are y'all seeing how this works? This is why in the imagining, like the alignment lab, we're having imagining sessions. And of course, the imagining sessions will be focused on you and what you desire. But we are also going to imagine some sessions for the world. Imagine everybody thriving. Imagine us in like a 5D where everybody is winning. Everybody, even the people that you don't love, that you would rather not go to lunch with. I didn't want to say don't love. Even the people you would rather not go to lunch with. Yes, they operate on lower vibration. And so we don't need to lower ourselves to that vibration. We get to stay where we are. Like our wonderful visitor, I forgot his name, that was saying that this is a scam. I don't hate him. I wish him well. I just know he's not where he wants to be and he gets to, get whatever he gets. I wish, you know what? I'm going to imagine him winning. That's going to be me. I'm going to imagine, what was his name? Chris? I don't even know. We blocked him. But we'll just imagine him winning. I'm going to imagine him thriving. That's what I'm going to do in my imagining. Because when we all win, we win. You win, I win, we all win. Yes, yes, I'm going to imagine him thriving. Okay, all right. So it's going to be a friend and then not a friend. Okay, let's see. I love everyone. It's liking people is my problem. So I want you to imagine somebody you do not like, and you are going to see them getting exactly what you desired, exactly what you decided is yours. All right. So we're going to do this. We're going to close our eyes. I'm going to walk you through it. And then, okay, let me tell you, I'm going to take you through it. Then we're going to imagine yourself. We're going to imagine you having it in the bank account. We're going to imagine you doing the things that you said on the list that you would do. So for example, setting $10,000 aside and like doing the thing, putting some money in your taxes. You're going to see that in your account. You're going to see yourself just thriving and just be like $10,000. I'm just using that number, comes in every single month with ease. And $10,000 comes in every single month with ease. You're going to imagine that. Okay. And then we're going to go, and after we finish, we are going to decide what action you are going to take. And it's going to come from the imagining. It's going to come from the version of you that already has it. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, that's one. Yes, 120,000 in a year. Yes, done and done, done and done. All right. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You already decided you were happy and grateful. Now we're going to, I'm going to put a timer on my, on the iPad. Hold on. Here, is this a timer? Clock. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Clock. All right. We're going to put a timer and it's going to be 3 minutes. And the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to walk you into it, right? I want you, if you're driving, don't do this. But if you're driving, you can do this with your eyes open. I have something that I call the manifestation in motion walks. And manifestation in motion walks are when you are just, your eyes are open and you are like being that version of you as in your lived experience, in your everyday life. You are so thankful. You're seeing the things. You're like, oh, I'm going to spend it on this. I'm going to do this. So you can actually do it if you're driving, but I want you to be paying attention to your driving and remember that you're in alpha mode when you're driving. So when you're in alpha mode, you can just be thinking in your head, like, I want you to imagine like all the fun things that you're going to be doing with the money or all the people. And then what you're going to do, and for this 3 minutes, you're going to imagine that person over and over again, right? And I'll walk you through this because sometimes with our imaginations, we have been told not to use our imaginations, right? Why? Because it's the one mind, because it's so powerful. And so what I want you to do, I'm going to walk you through an imagining, and I want you to like smell, taste, touch. I want you to feel the hug if you hug them, or shake the hand. Like, I want you to feel and experience this, but also I want you to feel the emotion, and I want you to amplify that emotion, okay, that you're feeling when that person comes to you and says that they have the dollar amount, right? And so we can play, I'll play with like 5,000 or 10. What's the number? Like, if there's one number we all get to play with, even though in your mind you're going to use not the number I say, you're going to replace it with your number. But I want to use a number that people can like really connect with. And so if it's this month, maybe I'll play with, I really like the thought of, oh, it's 11-11-22. So yes, we're going to do this. So I like the thought of with Queen when she was like, I have decided that I manifested $5,000 in 2 days. I like that feeling, because you are going to see someone say $5,000 in 2 days? How many of you would be like, yay, $5,000 in 2 days? That feels amazing. How many of you are like, yay, 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 sign me up? I know that for the person that's doing 120,000, like that's like a day, right? Be 120,000, that would be $5,000. Everybody's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's play with that feeling, and you can go after this call and you can do so many different ones, but I want to play with the Queen Bee's 5,000 in 2 days because I just think that feels so fun. Okay. All right, so we're going to play with 5,000 in 2 days. For 3 months, for 3 minutes, we are going to imagine your friend coming to you. Oh my God, I manifested 5,000 in 2 days, and you're like, yay! And then we're going to do it over and over and over. And you guys are going to feel a click. It's going to click. I want to do it for 3 minutes, but you're going to feel a click, and you're going to know that it's done. There's this, you're going to know it. Like, I want you, after we finish, you're going to do it. We're going to do 3 minutes, and then I want to hear from you how you felt and like put it in the comments. Then we're going to do 3 minutes again. And we're going to do that with the person that you don't like. I'm going to do it with the scam guy. And we're going to imagine him saying, I manifested 5,000 in 2 days. It was so great. Oh my God, this blew my mind. Okay. All right. We're going to do it with that. And then from there, we'll come back. You tell me how you felt. Then we're going to do 3 minutes of you watching yourself, like just feeling through your eyes. You just manifested your $5,000 in 2 days. You put 500 aside. You did this, you did that. Like, you're feeling so good. Okay, y'all ready? All right, let's do it. So I want you to close your eyes. And those of you, you can, I love to place a hand on my heart and my womb space, right? So, and guys, if you have no womb, you can place it on your lower belly area. I like to do that just because I like to like feel my breath and all of that stuff, but you don't have to. You can also just close your eyes and have your head back, and you can just be in receiving mode, just whatever feels good for you, okay? And I want you to just breathe in through your nose for 4. Hold it for 1. And then breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more time, we're going to breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now I want you to imagine a friend. Your friend is coming up to you, and they are so excited. They're like, oh my God, I just made $5,000 in 2 days. $5,000. And I want you to feel it. I want you to feel the excitement for them. I want you to feel yourself like hugging each other, and like either you're jumping up and down, or you're just swinging them around, or you're just like saying congratulations. I want you to feel it, feel it, feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Okay. In that, we're going to do it again. Your friend is coming to you again. It's a new friend, same friend, but they're coming back and they, oh my God, oh my God. I just manifested $5,000. Just manifested $5,000. Oh, 2 days. Oh my God. And you're like, yay. And you feel so excited for them. And you're like, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. And do it again. Oh my God, I just manifested $5,000 in 2 days. You're like, wow. Okay, you're feeling it. You're like, yes. And again, come back, that same friend. Oh my God, I just manifested $5,000 in 2 days. Oh my goodness. It feels so good. Thank you. Yes. Feel it. Yes. Keep going. And you're like, like dancing. You got Ring My Bell going. You're like, woo! Okay, and then one more time. Go. I mean, you're going to do it probably 3 more times. Well, go again. The friend is coming up to you and saying, oh my God, rich girl, I just manifested $5,000 in 2 freaking days. Woo! Feel that energy, feel excitement, feel the joy. You're jumping in a circle. Guys, you might not jump in a circle, but whatever you're doing, you're like, woo! You're like, congratulations, babe. This is so exciting. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, one more time. 30 seconds left. Okay, one more time. They're coming to you. They're walking to you, and they're like, girl, woo, diva. Guess what? I just freaking manifested $5,000 in 2 days. I freaking manifested $5,000 in 2 days. And you're like, girl, I'm so happy for you. Hugging. And open your eyes. Tell me how you are feeling. That was 3 minutes. Look how fast 3 minutes flies. How are you feeling? Tell me how you're feeling in your body. How you're feeling. So yes, I feel so good. Yes. And your friend is going to feel so good too. Mary Curtis is like hearts and hearts. Incredible. Imagine that. Hey, Tasha. Come on in. You are crying. Oh, sassy Scorpio. I love that. That emotion. Now, what I want you to do is feel that energy and release it. Like release it up. Say, and so it is. And it is done. And so it is. Feel that energy and just, so it is. Yeah. Feels so good. Hi, Tasha. Tasha Christie is another Voodoo Villa diva who's also in the Alignment Lab. Tasha, how are you? Elle says literal tears of joy and happiness. Yes. While I have tears in my eyes, I felt her relief and her gratitude. You manifest. Don't make me cry, Melissa. You just manifested that for your friend. Oh my God. Y'all, okay, focus, envision, feel it, declare it. Yes, Ashley, so much fun. So good. Okay. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm not crying, but who was crying? Melissa says, I feel tears in my eyes and I felt her relief and gratitude, which is beautiful. All right. So I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. Yes, I manifest all the time. Yes, we're manifesting all day, every day. Yes. My body had jolts. When things activate for me, my body gets jolts and weirdly that is happening. Yes. I just said that. Yeah, Gigi. Because I followed, I said, don't make me cry because I'm going to cry. Yes. So I want you to, let's see, while I have tears in my eyes, I felt her relief and gratitude. That is so beautiful. Okay. It makes me feel vibrant inside. Okay, so let me ask you one thing. Before we go to the next visualization, which is the one that I'm challenging you. Okay. Before we go to the next one, I want you to see how you were able to feel those feelings. Your brain doesn't know the difference between you actually having had a friend come to you and talk about their $5,000 in 2 weeks versus, it actually has happened because you connected to the one mind. You connected to the place, all of us. And that's the power that's why I love Alignment Lab. That's the power of all of us doing this together. So powerful. Those of you who are Christian, in the Bible, it says where 2 of you are gathered, there I am in the midst of you, right? It's so much more powerful when you have multiple minds together. It's powerful. Okay. All right. This makes me feel vibrant inside. It's funny. I'm manifesting 70,000 and this shows I'm in alignment. Yes, it's done. It's done. Ashley says, write it down. I'm so happy and grateful that I've already manifested, that I've already received $70,000. It's done. And once you decide, it's done. Okay. I'm so happy for you and your friend. Watch the abundance. Yes. 28 on the clock. Yes. Number. Okay. All right, guys. So what's the next one? You guys know we're going to spend 3 minutes. And this next 3 minutes is you imagining someone that you got beef with. Okay, Mary Curtis. Mwah, 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 mwah. You imagining somebody you got beef with or somebody that you haven't been so joyful about, or somebody that maybe didn't treat you so well. You are going to imagine them coming to you and saying, oh my God, I manifested $5,000. Or you just heard that they manifested $5,000, and you are going to be excited for them. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You are going to be excited for them. That person that you maybe hurt you, that person that wasn't that nice to you, that person that came in and told me I was a scam, that person, whoever it is, you are going to, yes, Ashley says her sister. And so you're going to imagine them. Yes, 11:33. Let's go. All right, so close your eyes. And I just want you, we're going to do one breath because I want to bring you into your body again. That's what that breath is. Yeah, who said I don't believe? You're going to come back into your body. Take a deep breath in for 4 and hold it. And then you're going to breathe out for 6, because the longer breath out shows your body you're safe. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more breath. Breathe in for 4. Hold it. And then out for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And what I want you to do, I want you to imagine that person in front of you, or you're imagining someone telling you that the person that you have challenges with has just manifested $5,000 in 2 days. And I want you to feel a joy for them. I want you to feel, you know what, I'm happy for them. And so for Neptune, it's her MAGA neighbors. For me, it's the guy who came into this live and wasn't that nice. And so I want you to imagine, like I'm imagining Chris, whatever his name is, coming back and saying, you know what? I manifested $5,000 in 2 days. Wow. And I'm like, I am so happy for you. Wow. And so you're imagining that maybe that ex that hurt you, you're imagining that person, they are thriving. And you're going to imagine them thriving with the $5,000 in 2 days, and you are feeling, maybe it's a peaceful joy. Maybe it's not the jumping up and down joy, but it is just like, you know what? I'm glad for them. I'm happy for them. And so I want you to feel that. In the scene, come back again. That person, in some way, you're finding out that they have manifested $5,000 in 2 days. Maybe they're coming back to say, guess what? I just manifested $5,000 in 2 days. And it's the person that you've had some trouble with, and you're looking at them and you're like, I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. I am so freaking happy for you. And I want you to feel a joy for real. I want you to feel it deep in your heart. It's a peace. It's a relief. It's a, I wish you so well. I wish you so well. Feel that in your body and in that scene, and come back. Do it again. That person is coming to you. Sassy Scorpio, you will never believe it, but I manifested $5,000 in the last 2 days. And you're like, no, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. And I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. Feel it in your body. Feel the happiness. Hear the sound of them coming again. Okay, do it again. That person is coming back. And they're like, Anna, I know I hurt you. I know I did some things, but I just had to tell you because I had to find somebody to share this with. I just manifested $5,000 in 2 days. And you're like, wow, that is, I believe you, and that's so good. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. Yeah. Okay. Do it one more time. We're going to do it twice after this. Okay. Do it one more time. That person is coming to you again. And they're like, look, I know we didn't end on a good note. I know that I might be the most difficult neighbors you've ever had, but I just have to tell you, girl, my God, I just manifested $5,000 in 2 days. And I just had to tell you, you're like, I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. It is so good. I'm so happy for you. Feel that again. Feel it again. Feel it again. Yes, yes, yes. And then one last time. Here I come. This person is coming to you, Chris, the scam guy, saying in my DMs, he's like, you know what? I know I came in your live and I was acting kind of crazy and out of turn, but I just got to tell you, I just manifested $5,000 in 2 days. And I'm going to say, yes, Chris, see, yeah, Chris, it's good. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you. This gets to happen over and over and over again. That's the first one, but it gets to be more. And I'm so happy for you. Feel it in your body. Feel it in your body. And open your eyes. And now I want you to feel that. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much for the rose. How did that feel? Because it'll feel different. But oftentimes there's a peace. Thank you, Neptune, for the roses. Often there's a peace. Yes. Neptune's like, I felt peace. Estella, I felt peace. Exactly. If you felt peace, guess who else feels a quiet peace, relaxed, not irritated? Exactly. And so that's because it's yours, very at peace. It was very understanding, a kinship growing weirdly. This is good. It was difficult at first. Exactly. Yes, Giggles. I know it was difficult at first, but you see why I have you doing it again and again. I felt at peace. I enjoyed seeing her happy. Guys, I want you to know that we did this in the one mind. So that person that you had or have the beef with, they are feeling the same peace. And with what's going on in the world, we just anchored in 3 minutes of peace and exemplified. I did a teaching on frequency. Someone asked me about frequency. I did a teaching on frequency. So we have lower frequencies like shame and guilt, and then you go up to frequency like the truth and love and all of that. The more we tap into the frequency of like joy and peace, when we do it and we do it as a one mind, we do it together like we did just now. This is what we do. We amplify the feeling of peace in the world. And I want you to feel so happy and joyful that you did that. You are repairing relationships. You are repairing your own relationship with self. Let's see. Melissa said, it felt nice. It made me happy to see her light up with her excitement. Yes, I imagined her getting new teeth. Oh, new teeth and car repairs, and everyone else deserves those things. Yes, I love that. Now, are y'all ready to do it for yourself? Oh my God, everybody is crying. Yes, yes, yes. Higher frequency, good vibrations. We are anchoring in peace. Hello, Giggles. Thank you for joining the fan club. We are anchoring peace in the world right now. We are. I absolutely love this. It makes me want to cry. That was nice. And so do you see how like they were different? The one for your friend, you're like, ah! Right? And then the one for the person that maybe you had, trouble. It's like, you're like, you know what? I'm so happy for you. Because when we can see others living the life or the experience that we desire or the one we decided is ours, that puts us in the position of having it as well. The world gets to experience peace. And from what we did, we anchored in so much peace in that. All of us together, it was 40 of us together. All of us did that together. That's what we're here. This is what we're here to do. Exactly. Okay. So now we're going to do 3 minutes for ourselves. How many of you are ready to do it for yourself? We get to have so much fun. Yes. Aloha. And so what do we talk about? You are putting 10% aside for yourself and you're investing in yourself. You're putting 10%, you're donating it. You're going to see yourself donating it to your church or to your charity or to places. Like I'm going to donate it to one of my clients. She has a charity where she helps, she's in the UK and she helps African single moms have technology. And so she helps bring technology into their household so they can get jobs or so that they can do all the things and have the technology for the families and all the things. Okay. Sisters are doing it. for ourselves. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely a fun live. I am loving this, y'all. Okay, so you're going to put 20% away for taxes because taxes ain't nothing to you. You're like, I pay them because I make money. Money circulates. It circulates, right? You're going to put 10% aside for fun, for you. You're going to imagine yourself buying something that you said, I'm going to wait until when I have this. No, you're going to imagine yourself buying something for $500 that you're like, I really wanted that. That was fun, excited. I love it, right? You're going to imagine that. Oh, I'm going to donate to my grandmother for her eyes. Oh, you're going to pay for her eye surgery? I love that. I love that. You're going to imagine your grandmother after the surgery. Like, imagine her like, I could see the cataracts are gone. Money, yes, circulating. Money comes, it comes and it flows in and out. Okay. So, so 10%. And then the other 40%, and 10% in your savings. You're going to imagine your savings account just growing and growing and growing. So you're going to see all of this. And then you're also going to imagine the 40%, you're just going to imagine yourself like doing things with it, like, investing in your business or doing something. You're just going to imagine yourself like feeling so free because you know that was 2 days. You get another 5,000 in another 2 days and another 10,000 or 20,000 in 2 days. Like, that this just ramps up. Okay. So we're going to spend 3 minutes, just like we just did. And I'm going to walk you through it. Hello, Nikki. All right. This is going to be so good. Are y'all ready? I know I'm ready. This is so fun. This is like a fun live. I am loving this. Okay. 11:44. Look at this. All of these alignments. It's 11:44 on the clock. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We're going to start it. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, and then breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, breathe in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, and then breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, and then breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now I want you to imagine yourself. You have the 5,000 in 2 days. You manifested it. It's in the bank account. Yes. And I want you to see yourself. You put 10,000 aside for that makes you money. This $500 is going to make you money. You're putting that $500 aside and you're like, I'm going to invest in me. I'm going to invest in my business. I'm going to invest in something that's making me money. You're like, yes. And then you imagine yourself paying for your grandmother's eye surgery, or you imagine yourself giving it, donating it to a charity or an organization that you absolutely love. And you imagine the smile on their faces, like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're like, of course. And you're imagining yourself, you set aside $1,000 in that tax account because that tax account is there. And you imagine yourself buying something. You are in a place and you are buying that thing for yourself that you were waiting. You were waiting to buy this for yourself. You were waiting for it. And so you're imagining yourself buying that thing for yourself now. And you're like, yay, this is so fun. Oh my goodness. And you're like, thank you. Oh my goodness. Maybe it is a favorite perfume. Maybe it is something that makes you feel so good inside. Okay. And then now you also imagine yourself putting 500 in savings. That 500 in savings, you're like, yes, and you're looking at that savings account and it's just growing because you're doing this all the time. $5,000 in 2 days. It's just normal for you. And so you're seeing that 5,000 and it's just growing and growing. The bank account is growing and growing, and just look at it and you're seeing that the bank account is increasing and increasing, and oh my goodness. And you've made such an impact by giving to the people that you love. You've made such an impact by investing in charities that you love. You've made such an impact by investing in yourself and letting your money make money. Feel it, feel it, feel it. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it right now, and feel it right now. Feel it, feel it, feel it. And I want you to just smile. Just put a smile on your face, a smile deep in your belly. I want you to imagine this, and I want you to amplify the feeling of joy, the feeling of relief, the feeling of, yes, it's mine. It's already done. I want you to feel yourself experiencing that. I want you to feel it, feel it, feel it, amp it up, amp it up, amp it up. And I want you to imagine that energy, feel that energy, feel it growing, feel it growing, feel it growing. And I want you to release it. Release the energy, release it, open your eyes, it's done. Okay, so feel it, feel it, feel it. How did that feel? 5,002 days, 5,002 days. It's already yours, it's already done. 5,002 days, you've already done it. I want to hear how you're feeling. I want to hear how it's feeling in your body. Because then you are the person. I shifted my identity. You are a woman who makes $5,000 every 2 days. Like, imagine that. If you make $5,000, you do every 2 days, right? That's about $7,000 a week. You know, my cells feel alive. Things are getting done. Yes, yes, I feel the flow of abundance. Yes, aloha, digital surfer. Yes, hello, you're feeling it. The mitochondria dancing alive. Yes. Look, after this live, I want you guys to turn on Ring My Bell and just dance to it and feel it, okay? And so you're feeling it. You're feeling peaceful. You're feeling a relief. You're feeling gratitude. Yes, yes, and just feel that in your body. Guess what you didn't need? You didn't need the 3D to have proven to you that $5,000 is already there, because we already know it. We already felt it. We already received it. And so now I want you, through your eyes, to be the person that received 5,000 in 2 days. 5,000 in 2 days. The radio edit is 333. Yes, yes. Okay, so I want you to feel that it's already done. And so if you tap in, I'm feeling tremendous gratitude. I'm crying again. I am sending you so much love, Melissa. Yes, I'm walking in the 5D. Yes, it is already done. It is who you are. It's already done. Already done. Okay? And so as you have felt that this is already who I am, you're welcome, Estella. It's done and done. Hello, Reese Monet. You've already felt it. Teletanya. Hello. Okay, so you've already felt it. It's already done. 5,000 in 2 days, $5,000 in 2 days. It's already done. It's already done. I want you to hello. I want you to tap in. And I want you to ask yourself, what is my next step? Like, what am I feeling called to do? What is the next thing that I get to do? And I would love to hear it. Like, what do you feel like is the next thing? And it doesn't have to make sense. Like, just the first thing that came to your feeling that felt like a hell yes, heck yes, this is what I'm going to do. Drop it in the comments, because this is where we get to move. Feeling that felt like a hell yes, heck yes, this is what I'm going to do. Drop it in the comments, because this is where we get to move. Let's go. After this call, after this live stream, I feel like we just did a whole masterclass, a whole live, like, y'all, look, after this, I want you, okay? I want you to go and announce, like, if you're stepping into your practice publicly, what does that look like? Advocate. What does that mean? I want you guys to be very specific. After this call, I am going to, and whatever you're going to do, like, take that step. I want you to have a commitment to yourself. And when we can hold our commitments to ourselves, money flows, because we hold our commitment to ourselves. Hello, Janet. We hold our commitment to ourselves. Okay, so when you can hold your commitment to yourself, let's see, it means I curate psychic content and I actually put it out there. Okay, Neptune, I need you to come and I need you to put, like, tag me in your post. Tag me in the video that you're going to create. You're not going to overthink it. You are just going to do the video. Peace and love. Hello, Janet. Oh, this was such a good call, Janet. You're going to love it. Buying clothes and items for the homeless in my neighborhood. I see it every day and I can give more. Okay, Sassy, I want you. I don't know if you're going to go to the Goodwill, wherever you're going to go, whether it's a scarf. I don't know if it's still cold, because I'm in New Orleans right now and it's kind of warm, and in Florida it's really hot. But maybe it's a scarf. Maybe it's something small. Maybe it's something really tiny. Gloves, a new T-shirt. Maybe it's a pack of Hanes T-shirts that you can pass out. Like, I want you to go do it. Like, honor yourself. You felt what you get to do. I want you to go do it. Okay, let's see what else. Patient advocacy. Oh, yes, yes, for patients with rare diseases. So what would be the next step to do that? Like, what would that look like? Let me know. Hello, Janet. Oh, I will thank you, ma'am. Let's see, thriving in okay, so traveler, you are thriving in motivational speaking. What is the next step? What is the thing that you can do right now that tells yourself that you are the identity of a motivational speaker? Is it going live and just telling everybody, I'm a motivational speaker, come in, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna talk about, blah 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 blah, and then do your speaking? What is that? Because I want you to move. I teach, my modality is called woo do. So we do the woo, we do the imagining, we do all of those things, we bring it into our body, but you gotta do. And the do means you're going to move, and we're going to create new neural pathways that this is now who I am. Okay, let's see. Walmart, because they deserve all new. Okay, there we go. So go to Walmart, get a pack, get some Hanes t-shirts, get some things, and then go. Maybe it's even underwear. Oh my goodness. Like, whatever. You're going to be like, here, this is for you from my heart. And just, I love it. Go do it. And I want you to do a video about it, not because you're doing trying to get clout, not because of that, but because you say, look, I just did this live, and this woman named Christine Michelle, this AlignedSoul, challenged me to do something, and I am putting this on record that I'm doing this, and I'm sharing this, and tag me in it, because I will watch that video all the way through. I promise. Just tag me in it. Okay, let's see. Hey girl, I'm opening a healing center, and I also want to grow my clients as a quantum healer. Okay, soul revelation. So what is that next step that you get to do? We were tapping into 5,002 days, like, just, that's done. It's in that energy. What is your soul calling for you to, like, what's the move that you get to make in the energy of, yes, I received 5,002 days. I have a healing center. I am growing as a quantum healer. My clients are this is what they would love to hear right now. Is that creating content? Is it doing a video? What is it? Okay. Anna Vergara. Hello. Let's see. Yes, the same. TikTok sent me an email about the creator. Let me see hold on. Let's see. About the creator before this live, and I didn't. Oh, go. Well, you know what? That's going to still be in your notifications. So go and apply for it. And remember that TikTok, the creator rewards, all of those things get to be other pathways of income. But always have your own pathway, because if TikTok goes away today, like, I have 20,000 people on my email list, I will be emailing them, talking to them. I will have other ways. And so I want you to make sure you have your own pathway in addition to TikTok, so you can have also multiple streams of income. Traveler says, yes, I'm going live. Yes. Let's see. Universe is aligning. That is beautiful. Quantum healing. Amazing. Okay. Oh, yes, you can also think about giving to charity. So, like, if that feels like something that you want to do, it's all about what your next step is. What are you feeling like? You are the person, you just had $5,000 in 2 days. What is your next step? And you might not get it right. It might not hit you after. It might hit you after this call. It might hit you, and you might be like, oh, okay, right? Some of you might say, okay, my next step is joining the alignment lab. Like, I want to be in the alignment lab. I want to take advantage of the 5 spots that you have for $997, right? You're going to say, I'm taking advantage of that $2,000 discount, and I want the link to affirm. Okay. That might be your next step. Some people might be like, Christine, I want to do the Money Manifesting Intensive, and I want to take advantage of that payment plan for $144, 2 payments. Like, I want to do that, right? Whatever, like, you will know what your next step is. It's going to be what your heart is like, hell yes. You're going to be like, yes. And it's not saying that it won't be scary. It's saying that it'll feel just so aligned. It'll feel like, yes, I'm going to do it even if it scares me. Okay. So the action after, yes, it's solidifying your identity. And so a big piece, there are 7 pieces to the identity. It's your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, emotions, intentions, decisions, and actions. When you decide, you've got to act as well. Because a lot of times you'll hear people, I decide that I'm a millionaire, but then they're not taking millionaire action. They're not creating a pathway for millions to flow. They're not showing up and selling their items because they don't want to be too salesy. They're not, like, doing all those things. And it's like, so you haven't really truly decided to be a millionaire, because you're not being the millionaire. You're not taking the action as a millionaire, even when when those things scare you. And so yesterday we talked about taking fear and putting it on the passenger seat and saying, I'm just going to do it anyway. Because for me, fear is my green light. If I'm afraid of it, that means that that is something that is going to expand me in ways that I get to be expanded. And so I take the fear and I put it on my driver's seat. And I mean, take it out of the driver's seat and put it on the passenger side. Because I said, it's not like I'm not going to feel the fear while I'm doing it, but I'm still going to do it. And it's not going to stop me. So let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So the last piece, number 6, is all about you taking action in the identity of, I made $5,000 in 2 days. I'm the woman who makes $5,000 in 2 days, who receives $5,000 in 2 days. It's just the way it is. I'm living it. This is who I am. Let me know if you're feeling that. Okay, let's see. I've been doing that lately, making moves through the fear, but okay, so let's reframe this. And I'll tell you why. This is the reason why I call it the 90-day quantum leap. So when you start taking action and you're moving through the fear, yeah, exactly, because it's not going to go anywhere. What's cool is that, you know what? The fear is there. It's there to indicate that this is something new. So your brain, your mind, your subconscious, it's afraid of things that it doesn't know, things that aren't familiar. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. It means that I'm not familiar with it, which is why the V in Diva, the visualizing, is so important, because it not only makes your brain familiar with it, it also makes it where like you're going to take this action with ease, because you're going to be like, this is just what I do. I visualized it. I saw it. Yes, 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 yes. And you get to allow your brain, give your brain, I call it expansive questions. I think on TikTok they call it, for the years, y'all know I've been doing this for 13 years. So I've always called ask expansive questions. Like, how much more fun can I have? Tell me how good it gets. Show me how much joy I get to experience today. And I think at TikTok they call it affirmations or something like that. If you ask, but expansive questions, doesn't that sound better? I want you to ask expansive questions, because your brain's job is to find answers. That's the job. And so if you take your brain out of the driver's seat and don't lead with your brain, lead with your heart, lead with your soul, lead with what you know, right? When you do that, you just ask your brain questions, and your brain will look for answers. How much more fun can we have today? Oh, what's another thing I get to do right here, right? You say, what is the fun thing, right? That would just light me up and light the people up. Like today, I asked that before the live, and I wrote these things down because I was like, oh, I want to take people on the imagining so that they can feel what it feels like to be a part of the Alignment Lab, so that they can also get the bonus of the Money Manifesting Intensive if they join the Alignment Lab. But then they also, if they're not in the place to buy that, they still can join the Conscious Money Mindset, because they are going to get something, and they are going to be able to move and shift their money situation regardless of their investment level. You see? And so when I said, what can everybody benefit from? What is something that came to me because I spent some time, in about 6 minutes, I was in the visualization of this live being the best live that I've ever done. Oh, 33.3. Yes, yes, yes. You know, so I decided that this got to be the best live that I've ever done for the people that were watching. And I said, what do they need? You guys know I don't talk about money all the time, but I just felt really called to talk about it today. And I think it was because of Queen Bee. And I think it was because of some of the people that were going to come on this call. And so I was like, well, what's going to benefit them? How can I make sure that they get what they need in order to shift their money reality? Even if they don't invest, even if they don't go into the Alignment Lab, even if they don't do the Money Manifesting Intensive, what can I do for them? And so if you felt like this was for you, that was because I went into my visualization. I saw people so happy, feeling so much peace. And I didn't know what it was, but we were feeling peace and we were feeling joy. And it was before I decided what we were going to talk about. It shows the alignment for me. 2 days money stuff had been coming up. See? And so now we decided Ashley it's manifested. It's done. $5,000, 2 days, done and done, done and done. Now you be the person who's done that. If you know $5,000 is deposited into your account on Monday, what are you doing? $70,000. Okay, $70,000 depositing into your account on Monday. What are you doing? You've got a $70,000 deposit. Doom. What are you doing? How are you acting? What are you sharing? What's the pathway that what's the pathway that you've created so that $70,000 like hits? So like my client, the one who had the $102,000 day. She knew she had a pathway. She had a $40,000 one-to-one. Well, okay, let me pin this so I won't forget. I am going to change your viewpoint on taxes. So my client had a $102,000 day. She had a $40,000 one-to-one. She had a $10,000 one-to-one, and she had a $5,000 group program, I believe. So those were the different pathways that everything got to flow. So she also had some calls set up because at the time she still was doing like, what do you call those? Connection calls or like sales calls or whatever, opportunity calls. I like to call them opportunity calls. I don't do opportunity calls, but she still was doing opportunity calls. And so she had these calls, right? She had these things set up. And I remember her messaging me, but she had the pathway. And she was being the $100,000 woman before the $100,000 came. And she was tapping into that energy and she knew, she felt it. She was like, it's already done. Like, she's like, and it went for days. Like she normally usually had like $20,000 or $30,000 months. She hadn't made anything. And it was like December 26th. I'll never forget. It was December 26th. And this was in 2019 or 19. And so she was like, I don't. She's like, I feel fine. And so December 28th, she messages me and she's like, oh my God, this person bought. And I was like, oh, that was a $40,000 client. Then she did again. She's like, oh, this person is in for the 10,000. And then she's like, oh, and these people are in for the 5,000. And then she's like, oh my God, this another person that's in for the 40, right? So it just started adding up and it added up to $102,000 cash day. Because she decided that she knew it was already done and she didn't let circumstances shift how she showed up, and she didn't let circumstances and the money, quote unquote, the 3D not catching up to her change how she felt. And so let me see. Okay, so I'm going to come. Let's see. So I want to talk before I'm going to talk about some pathways, Sierra. Let's talk about some pathways. Sierra, would you drop what you do? Okay. And I'll talk about some different pathways. So, and remember, the pathways you imagine are probably not going to be the pathways it comes through. You are just doing that for your brain, so your brain isn't trying to figure out the how. You're just going to become the how so that it flows through, but it can come in many ways. So I love this. Against deception. Okay, against deception music. $5,000 date is great, right? We put aside the 20% for taxes. That was the $1,000. We did all that. However, I see taxes differently. I see paying taxes as a joy because that means that I made a lot of money. And the more money I make, the higher the taxes. But guess what? The higher the money I have left over after the taxes. And so if we were to look at taxes as like, I'm happy to pay it. I also know I have expenses and things. I have deductions, right? So I have deductions that reduces my tax liability. And I used to be an accountant, a CPA, so I know how to do that in a good way. And so I also know how to reduce my tax liability, but I'm never angry about it. I, in fact, celebrate it. And so I want you to be happy when you get to pay taxes. I want you to dance. I want you to send that payment in because you're like, every time money goes out, it comes back 10 times more. Every time money goes out, when I pay $10,000 in taxes, I get $100,000 in my account. Every time I spend money, every time I circulate money, every time I buy something, it comes back to me 10 times more. Doesn't matter if the label is taxes. Doesn't matter if the label is donation. Doesn't matter if the label is buying something. Doesn't matter if the label is what. If you start to see it as a win for you, if you start to see like every time money flows in and then I flow it out wherever it's going, it comes back to me 10, 20, 30 times more, that gets to be a rule that you set. You remember how I said no rules matter? There are no rules. Rules, like everybody made those rules, but they made those rules. They're not real. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Every time I invest in myself, if I invest in a coach, if I invest in a mentor, I always say that money comes back to me 10 times more. That money comes back to me double the amount. That money comes back to me 3 times more. And so you can start playing with this when you go buy the Hanes, or you go buy the shirts for the unhoused people. You can say this $100 that I spent on this comes back to me 10 times more, which means the universe gets to give you $1,000 just because of what you have given from your heart. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If you say yes, say yes. So I do not see anything like taxes are high. That means I made a lot of money. If I'm paying $1 million in taxes, boo boo, that means I made 3. So am I mad that I got $2 million after taxes? But guess who wants you to think that? Guess who wants you to be like, I don't want taxes. I want to get less money. You know who wants you to think that? The oligarchs, the people with all the money. They want you to not like money. They want you to hate all of that. They want you to be afraid of taxes. They want all of that. Why? So you don't be aligned with receiving it. So you could be like, I don't want that. No, I want it. Give me all the taxes. Because that means that I made a lot of money and I got a lot left over. Picking up what I'm putting down. And I also know, as an accountant, a former CPA who also was a marketing executive, I know how to create, to use my deductions well. Okay? All right. Okay, let's see. Pathways for money. This is for Sierra. Let me pin your comment, and I want to see if you might have told me what you do too, so I want to see. I work at a bank and I strive to make $250,000 annually. Okay, so she works at a bank. I don't work. I want to start a business and get sales. Finding reliable suppliers is hard. What kind of business? Let me know what kind of business. Let's see, because affirming is pointless when I can get, yes. Okay, let's see. Money always comes back. Yes, it always comes back. Money is energy. It is infinite. Yes. Let's see. Picking up what I'm putting down. Yes. Planting it in the ground and watering it. Yes. Where's my watering can? I love that. Y'all are so funny. I love it. Taxes would be, yes. Yes, exactly. Okay. So different pathways. So Sierra says she's got a business. She's starting a business. We don't even say want. She's starting a business. Done. So there's different pathways. And what you get to do is you get to feel, we can go into the imagination and we can say, with the intent, when you go into the imagination, says, I would love to find out what's my ideal pathway for money to flow to me. You see? And you'll get ideas. That's in that the I keep doing the V, right? In the visualization, the imagining process is where you connect with the one mind and you get all of these amazing ideas. So you remember how I came and I said, what does my audience need? And I was like, oh, there's this money thing that kept coming up. And then I got confirmation. Like the first thing that I saw, it's a lip gloss. I used to be in the beauty industry. I worked for Victoria's Secret and we created the lip glosses this back in the day, because it's 12 years since I've been there. But we created those. So you want to create lip gloss, coconut oil, scent mixed color. Okay, yes, here we go. So the first thing I love to think of is there's different pathways for you to receive. The first pathway, Sierra, I'm going to give you a couple pathways. So let's say beauty is your thing. You are creating your own lip gloss, and you can start off with, let's say, coconut oil and a scent mixed and some little tints of color. You can start doing videos, right? And you do a pathway and you say, I have created my own lip gloss, right? And you can put them you put it in a couple of little tubes. Don't create a ton of them, but you create a few, and you call it's what do you call it? Organic, or you say it's made or whatever. And maybe you're energetic too. So let's say you are spiritual. So you say, in this lip gloss, I put a blessing in it or something like that. And so you get to say that it's not only healthy, but it is glossy. Exactly. Healthy and glossy. And so you put a couple of those aside and you say, hey, I am creating my own lip gloss company. And you could say the reason why it's different from the Victoria's Secret lip glosses and all of that is they got all these chemicals in it. My lip gloss is XXX. And so you'd say, this is what my lip gloss does. I have it on today. Doesn't it look so good? Y'all, it lasts and it makes my lips just kissable and soft. And then you sell it. Maybe the first couple you sell for like $3, $2, you just start selling it and you start seeing if people are like feeling good about it, right? And they're wanting it. I would do it to people because you're going to have to ship it and things like that. I would look at what the shipping is and I would probably sell it to people that are in my neighborhood because it's going to be easier for you to sell it in the first easy. Next, another avenue for income could be if it's beauty. I would start talking about beauty on my account and I would start talking about healthier ways to do beauty. And if you have had any experience, like for me, I've released over 100 pounds. If I was doing like health and wellness, I would talk about my journey and then I would bring people on my journey with me. I would say, if you want to release excess weight or you want to be in your healthiest form, you can come with me. So sometimes the reason why people always point to digital products and a digital way is because it has it's a very low cost of entry and you have a lot less of a cost, right? So that you take home more income and then you can invest more in your business. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So I would think of some easy, low access, easy, low cost way to have one of those pathways be a low cost way. All right. There's so many other ways. And then you can also imagine someone gifting it to you, right? Gifting you the $70,000 or the $50,000. Like you can imagine it in a lot of different ways. But I would like for you money loves value. Money it goes to places that has value. And so if you I'm going to put this here too, because I want to pin this. If you guys have questions about the Alignment Lab or the Money Manifesting Intensive, definitely message me there. I can get you the link to the payment plan and everything. Yes, it's 12/12. And so I want you to just think you're going to find new ideas for your way of creating pathways when you go into your imagination and you see yourself at the end. You see yourself at the end result, selling the lip glosses. You'll see yourself, moving, let's say, having an audience. You'll see yourself like doing that. And then you'll get ideas for what the tiny steps get to be. Somatic workouts. That's, hip movements and moving the energy and the stuck energy from my hips has been huge, right? Hip opener exercises is huge, huge, huge. Let's see. So what's other pathways? I'm trying to look for quicker pathways because of course we know the pathways where you can grow your following and you can receive money and be paid by like YouTube or be paid by like TikTok or something like that, right? There's those pathways. There's pathways of selling someone else's things, right? So you don't have to create your own product, but you can be affiliate for someone else's product that you believe in and that you trust. And then you can do that. That's a pathway. Yes, affiliate marketing. So you can do that. I mean, I know TikTok loves TikTok Shop, right? You can do TikTok Shop, but here's my point about affiliate marketing. I always know that when it's my own product, I get to take everything home, right? When it's my own product, I can know where it came from. I can know how good it is. And I can speak to that it's going to change the people's lives because I know. When it's someone else's product, you're getting a little portion. So that means that's a little bit more work and you've got to accumulate. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You've got to accumulate a lot more to make it a significant payment, but it is possible. And so you're going to find what your pathway is. Hello, Alicia. Ashley says, I have many different things I help people. Yes, exactly. So for me, one of the pathways, I have the alignment assessment, right? The alignment assessment, when I'm on TikTok, it's $77. You get 90% off. When I'm doing a webinar, it's $777. And so that is a beautiful pathway, right? So that's the pathway that a lot of people have chosen to learn about the distance between what they're manifesting and where they are today, right? And to find out if it's their identity, their state, and their calibration. Another pathway that I have is the Alignment Lab. That's my main pathway. It's $3,000 normally, but when I do a TikTok live, I open up spots for 5 people for $997 so that it's $2,000 off, and you can be a part of this experience. And so that's another pathway. I have my mastermind. It's called Voodoo Villa. That's it's for high level women who are in their business and wanting to create a business. That's another pathway. So do you see, like, there's a lot of different pathways. Yes, TikTok job is too much work for me, but for some people, they love it. They love it, and that's something that they do. Let's see. That your reputation is well. Yes. I am so that. Yes. Love London. I love that name. I actually love London. I used to work for Victoria's Secret in a times past, and we opened the stores that were on New Bond Street and in Stratford. And so I was on the beauty side, and I brought in the beauty business. So I used to be in London a lot. So I just, to me, my reputation means everything. I want people to come into my world, and I want them to get the best experience. And so I make sure that my products and services deliver. I mean, y'all see what we do for free. Like, this is what I do for free. So, like, I make sure that my products and services deliver. And so if you're thinking about your pathway, I would love if you were to choose something that you love. Something that you absolutely love, something that you could do all the time, something that you would love selling, that you would love talking about. And I would love if it's something that is yours. You know what I mean? Because, like, one of our listeners, Queen Bee, I believe, was it Queen Bee, who was laid off from her government position, and it was a 6-figure job. And because that wasn't her own company, right? Someone can push you out, right? Someone can say, nah, like, we're done, right? Or they can make up some reason why they no longer need your services. But when it's your company, it's yours. No one can determine that. Like, even if TikTok closed today, guess what? I'll go on Facebook. I'll go on Instagram again. I'm still there. I'm still doing posts there. If they close, then I have my email list, because I moved people to my email list. I gave a lot of free stuff so people could be on my email list. It's mine. And so I want you to think about that. I talk about work and I talk about business in a different way, because I always want you to have something that is yours and that is not reliant on one source. But another thing, if you have beauty and beauty is your thing, you could also do UGC. We have a UGC person, I think, that's on here. You could also do UGC, and they're looking for UGC and women of a certain age. I've been seeing those things. So you could do UGC. So that means you would do user-generated content for these companies, and they would ask you to create a video or create something. That's another pathway of income, and that can be something that's very lucrative if that's something that you feel like you love to do. And so, because if you're like, I'm not trying to do a product or service, I don't want to do digital marketing, I don't want to do coaching or mentoring, maybe it's UGC, maybe it's creating videos, maybe it's content creation, maybe it's opening some kind of membership and helping people do what you're doing, and then they get to come along the ride with you. Right? All you need to do is you need to know what the steps are, and you need to have taken some of them and shown some kind of result, so that because people are like, I didn't even know I could do that, or I didn't even know how to set up an LLC, or I didn't even know how to create a link. Like, some of those things that you have and that you already know that you do super easily, people are like, I had no clue. And so I just want to bring that up. There's so many different pathways. But I want you to think that, make sure that you have the pathway for the 70,000. And when you can tell your brain, this is a pathway and it can come in a billion different ways, and I'm open to it, this or something better, guess what? You open yourself up for it to flow to you, that or something better. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Oh, Lord, I told my sister I was only going to be here for an hour. We've been here for like two and a half. If you guys have any questions, hello, Rainbow Moon. It's good to see you again. Ladarius, hello. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Look, this is I don't know if you can feel it. Hello, Christy from Christine. I'm Christine Michelle. I don't know if it just flowed right out of you. Oh, I don't know if you guys can tell. This is my joy. I would do this like I did this when I was a corporate executive. I would take the people that reported into me and I'd be like, what y'all manifesting? I would help them. They would get a job interview and I'd be like, use my name. I'm going to be your reference. They would be like, I need to manifest more money. And I'm like, this company is not going to, like, they're not thinking about promoting you. So let's go somewhere else. Like, I am all about my people and I want you to manifest and create the life that you want to create. So I've been doing this for a long time, not a short time. And so this is my joy. Let's see. Yeah, your joy radiates out of you so well. I definitely can see it. I love this. Like, I love this. And even though I told my sister it's only going to be an hour, I can't stop talking about it because I know that it's changed my life. I went from bankruptcy. Like, I left my corporate job. I had a multi-six-figure career, but I said, oh, I'm going to start this business. And she knew. She knew. She's in there chilling with my parents. But I went from having a really like lovely career, 20 plus year career, to starting my business, but always having an employee mindset and not a CEO mindset. And when I had shifted and I remembered my identity and my state and my calibration, I was able to go from bankruptcy to having a successful business that from the time I filed for bankruptcy to now has generated $1 million. And I'm talking about in cash and sales, like not sales like sales that are going to happen in the future. I'm talking about as of today. And I was able to do that by doing what I'm sharing with you. I quantum jumped from a reality where I was bankrupt and where I wasn't a CEO and where I wasn't in the identity and where I was following what other people said and where I wasn't remembering who I was, to remembering I know a little bit of something. I mean, I was following these people and I was listening to them because they had online advice, online business advice. And I forgot that I was the woman who helped Victoria's Secret make hundreds of millions of dollars. Anybody that comes in my world, if Kimber is still on this call or Tasha's still on this call, you will know I will never say you need to do it the way I do it, because there are a billion different ways and your soul could be calling for you to do it in a different way. And so I forgot that I was the psychic channel. I forgot that I had my own way of doing things, and I started trying to do it the way everybody else was doing it. And that was something, that was a lesson that I needed to learn. That was a piece of the masterpiece that I have created in this business that I needed to learn, because I needed to be able to tell you how not to do that. I needed to be the example of what it looks like when you forget who you are, so that you can never forget. Yes, let's see. P.S. Ashley says a good business to own is a laundromat. Yes, I had one of my friends, her husband decided to own some laundromats, and that's something that I wonder if they're still. I have to message her and see if they're still doing it. They enjoyed it and it was easy. But always think of something that is low entry, that is a low cost of entry. Tasha just joined back. Yeah. So it's a low cost of entry. You don't want it to be something that you need to get a business loan for in order to do. I want you to create money so that it is flowing and flowing. And then you can take that money. And remember how I said the 10% that you're setting aside? That'll be set aside for the other business that has a higher cost of entry. You see what I mean? So that money is making you money because you're going to open another business with that money, and you're going to have the laundromats and all the things going while you also have people paying you while you sleep. How many of you want to be paid while you sleep? You see what I mean? So I want you to don't think, yes, nails. One of my friends, she does beauty and she does makeup, but she also does hair. And then she started to be someone that they hired for movies in New Orleans. She's like a cousin, a sister to me. And her daughter is like my my baby. And she's not a baby anymore, y'all. She just turned 19, but she's still a baby. Anyway, she was like, I know how to do things with my hands. And so she started her makeup and her hair business with the cost of entry was shampoo, conditioner, and those things. And so she started doing that. And I know y'all watch out because some of you might need like licenses and all those things before you start. So don't listen to me and be like, Christine, I started a nail business and then people sued me because I didn't have a license. You might need a license first. So your cost of entry might need to be going to school. Ashley says nails and eyelashes on the side. Yes, I used to get my lashes done every week. So I'm just saying that find something that is a low barrier of entry so that it is something easy and something you can easily do on the side, something that you can start to build so that it starts to match or overtake the income that you receive from your normal job or your normal whatever. So that as that grows and as that grows and as that grows, you can take pieces, you can take that 10% and invest it in another business. Ashley does intuitive reading. See, these are all things that, like, think of pathways, think of your gifts, think of why you came here on the earth. Let's see, I started creating homemade watercolor bookmarks. I love that, Janet. Those are, yes. So I also, look, I could talk for days, but I want to bring this up. Have you noticed that people are feeling antsy around corporate? Like a lot of people are wanting to leave corporate. They're no longer wanting to be working for someone else. You are such an engaging speaker. I have really enjoyed my time here. You are so welcome. Neptune and the moon. Message me. Again, I'm putting this up. Message me if you guys are feeling like you want to take advantage of one of the 5 spots for the alignment lab. The link is actually already available. You click on that, scroll all the way down, and you can get it starting at $249 within a firm. And if you don't get approved for a firm, message me and I'll create a payment plan for you. Okay? All right. And then you have the Money Manifesting Intensive, which I think is like $250, I think. So you click on that link and you'll see it. And there's already a payment plan in that already. But if you need a different payment plan, I can create a link and you can get a firm. I just want you guys to know that. I never want price and to be a barrier. Okay. And so if most people are so tired of working corporate because they have this love, they have this vision, they have these spiritual gifts, they have this inside of them. And so when you can follow your heart and say, I am going to do what I was placed on this earth to do. When you are living by your purpose, the money must come. The money must flow. When you decide you are going to live through your purpose and you are going to do what you have been placed on this earth to do, the money must flow. And that is why people are getting a little annoyed with like corporate. They're getting a little like they're done with this, they're done with that. Why? Because they don't feel it's not their purpose. It's not their purpose. Let's see. When you do things in your purpose, it brings peace. Exactly. And so when you think of your pathways, I want you to think of your purpose. I want you to think of the thing that you do so easily that other people are like, dang, you did that. Wow, you are so gifted. And a lot of times we are blinded by our gifts. A lot of times we are blinded by the things we are so talented at that we do so easily and we think everybody else does it so easily too. And no, they don't. So that's what I want you to take away. Like, I want you to go today to really say, like, take an action. So some of you are going to be going live. Some of you are going to be going and giving to somebody, the unhoused, and giving them some t-shirts or giving them something to wear, something new. Some of you are doing that. They say, yes, we're not meant to work 9 to 5. That is matrix mindset. Exactly. And that was one of the reasons why I believe I was filing for bankruptcy is because I still had that 9 to 5 mindset because I had been in corporate for 20 plus years. Y'all, I graduated from Tulane University in 1998. Yeah. And so 20 years of corporate, the plantation, right? Corporate, my slave job, right? I mean, it was a great paying slave job. I made multiple 6 figures, but it still was not what I was purposed on this earth to do. And what I did while I was there was start to do my purpose for the people that reported into me. So I infused some of my purpose while I was on the plantation. While I was doing work for someone else, I infused what I was doing. I made it part of my vision, part of what I was meant to do. Let's see. Ashley says they brainwash people into thinking that that's what's needed to survive and thrive. Exactly. And it's not. And so I really want you, to take away from this, we already know you have $5,000 in 2 days, like done. It's already done. And yes, that's how I found, yes, exactly, Janet, exactly. By me infusing my purpose into what I was doing for Victoria's Secret, for Coca-Cola, for these corporations, I infused my purpose into it. I was the person, like if you see anybody that was reported into me, they'd be like, Christine is the same person that she's talking about this. That's the same way she was talking about this with us. I tell my mother I want to retire young, and she says you have to work. That's the way of life. The thing is that you're not saying you don't want to work, Deja Vu. You're saying that you don't want to work for someone else. You get to have your career. Let's see. My dad is a multimillionaire, never went to college, and believes in manifesting, because we're all manifesting. So that guy who said this is a scam, right? The guy who came onto the live and said the nasty things, who we see making, that has the $5,000 in 2 days. It's okay. Like, he's manifesting that too. Like everything in life is something that we've created. Everything in life, like everything, this phone, right? Somebody thought of it and put it together. It's manifested. Me buying it, that was me manifesting myself a phone, right? Everything comes from a thought. It comes from an imagining. It comes from a visualization. It comes from that piece, and then it becomes whole. It becomes real. You know what I mean? So it's all about a series of choices. Exactly. You decide and then you move. You decide and you move. Hello. Let's see. Malia, let me know. I left Amazon and been in business for almost 4 years now, helping small businesses thrive. Exactly. That's what is my dream. And what I've seen so far, I would say there's probably about 4 of my clients have become multimillionaires so far. And others, multiple six figures, right? And it's because I decided that I made the vision, $1 billion of people doing what they're purposed to do. So that would be 1,000 women have made at least $1 million. That's my vision. Helping 1,000 women, and sorry guys, I do women, making $1 million, right? And to me, that's the divine feminine. That's the matriarchal, like the circle. That's what gets to happen. And so every time when somebody's like, I did this, I'm like, yes, because it gets to be more and more and more, because the more women who are doing what they have been purposed on this earth to do, the better this vibration is for the planet, the better our children are, right? The better the people that are mature, that have been many times around the sun, the better they are, the healthier they are. And so that's what I see. And that's why I created the Alignment Lab. That's why I have my mastermind, Voodoo Villa. That's why I have the things that I have, because I have a vision and I know that this is what it's meant to be. Yes, the feminine, we are portals. The womb space is a portal. Unseen becomes seen within us. And that's not just life. It's not just babies. It's also your dreams, your visions, what you have decided. It becomes, you are a portal. All right. I'm going to go. Do you guys have any questions? Before I go? I will answer your questions. And then and also, like I said, it's open. You'll see in the link, you'll see the Money Manifesting Intensive. You'll also see the Alignment Lab. They have 5 spots. I have to say, I'm just going to keep saying 5 spots at the $2,000 off, which means it's $997. And you scroll down and you can get it for $249.25 starting today. So let's see. Have some beautiful day. I have no questions. You have done so much. All right, guys. So I'll be back. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. Are there modules? Okay, this is a good question. So what I do in the Alignment Lab, there are 3, I guess you can call them courses, that are within the Alignment Lab. They're going to drop. And the first one it's the identity, right? So you're going to take the alignment assessment. That's a part of the whole thing. You're going to know where you are as far as in relationship to your manifestation. There's the identity code, which is going to walk you through decoding, recoding, and installing your advanced identity, right? Which takes about 45 days to embody an identity that you know it's yours. It takes about 45 days. And so then the next piece is about your state. You're going to become an alchemist for your energy, your energetics, and an alchemist of your emotions. And so you're going to use my patented process of the aligned soul alchemy, and you're going to learn how to use that process, right? And so that's there. It's available for you. And then you have calibration mastery. So we are going to go through the gap eraser so that you erase any gaps between you and any perceived gaps between you and what you desire, because we all know there's no gap. We just felt it today. There was absolutely no gap between you and $5,000 in 2 days. There's no gap. Okay. And so those are the 3 courses you would have access to, right? And I'm dropping those as we go because it's the 90 days. You'll have that. You'll have it even after the 90 days because once you pay, it's not a membership. You're in for the rest of your life, which means you get to do a whole bunch of 90-day cycles. But for me, I feel like a lot of you have learned a lot. You've done the learning. And so the big piece of the lab, I call it a lab, and I'm going to change it. The name is going to be Diva House because we are going to be embodying the Diva framework, deciding identity work. We're going to be doing the work. And so instead of an hour of me teaching to you, which you can come, like we'll do hours of teaching, but the focus is imagining. You're going to tap into your imagination. We're going to brainstorm like, oh, what's the next step you get to do? And you're going to actually do it. You're going to be held accountable for doing your alignment work. Actually held accountable to do it. And so you're going to like shift, yes, subconscious shifting. You're going to be doing all of that. I'm going to be dropping, I'm doing an audio where you anchor in your identity. So you're going to get all of those type of things. Those are available, but those are tools. The most important thing about the alignment lab is that you press the gas and you say, it's done. I'm here. I'm this person. And we embody that identity every day. And so the lab is the place that you come where you're embodying that identity, where you say, I'm taking this action. And then you have a group of people that's like, did you take that action? Where we get to have these conversations back and forth where I'm like, Ashley, you manifest, or you just had your 30,000 or 70,000. You just had your $70,000 month. How does it feel? And you're telling me all the things that happened and how you're feeling, and you're feeling it in your body with your eyes open, and you're imagining it and you're living it today. Like you're living it. And then when you go, you remember how I said manifestation, it's like that the 30-day mark is when it feels like when you manifested some things, it's like boop, boop, boop. And then it feels so quiet. That's where the stuff comes up. That's the quantum leap or quantum crumble zone. That's where everybody usually quits. And I don't let you quit. That's where I say, no, it's already done. Nope, you're going to go take that action. Nope, we're going to move through this energy. We're going to allow you to feel what you feel. We're going to allow you to cry, but I'm going to walk you through it and you are going to keep moving, because that's where you move past that quantum crumble zone and then you take off. Yes, it's a reality shifting, and that's what we do. And so, yes, there are things where you can learn, and there'll be modules. There'll be, like I said, the identity code. There'll be the alchemist. There'll be the calibration. I'm including money mindset intensive. So you'll have access to all of these beautiful tools. But the most important thing is that you show up, and you show up in the identity of that version of you. And anytime you have something that you need to move through, maybe it's ancestral healing, maybe it's a past life, or maybe whatever, it's something that you're like, I am feeling down, or I'm feeling like we get to talk about it and we get to move you through it. You get to come in and be like, okay, this is what's going on. And then we get to move you through it. Because when you keep going, when you continue to take those steps, when you say, I am not going to let the 3D determine what I know is done for me. And even though it feels hard and it feels like things may be falling apart, I know that they're falling together. And when you keep moving and you keep showing up for yourself, it's not going to be about the modules that you learned. It's going to be about the action that you took. It's going to be about the believing in yourself. It's going to be about having the right conversations with people who are like, yes, it's already done. Tell me how it looks, because it's already done. Tell me what happened in your imagining, because that's what's already done. That's what's true now. It's going to be about living in the delulu of the solulu instead of allowing the 3D to be your reality. Let the 3D just be like old news. And that can be challenging. Let's see. Yes, your feelings and emotions are validated. Just remember you got it and you're already there. Yes, 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 yes. And so I want you to know that there will be teachings, there will be tools, but the most important thing, and this is why I created it, is it's a space for embodiment. It's an embodiment zone. It's a space where you decide this is who you are. And on the days when it feels hard to be that version of you, you have a space to go to say, it is being really hard right now. I'm trying, the bill came, or the something happened, or no one bought my thing. I've had that a lot. Most of my clients are business women who have their own businesses and they're creating, and so they're like, nobody bought my thing. I'm like, and how long you been selling it? A lot of times it takes a flip-flop slap. Beautiful workshop, you guys. Mwah. And so it's going to be about bringing you back to what is true, what you know is true. And so this is why I love the Alignment Lab. And there's other surprises that happen, and the doors are opening back on the right after my 50th birthday on the 24th. But as soon as let me tell you what happens. When you say yes, you join the Alignment Lab. The first thing you're going to get is an email, and that's going to tell you where you can go to take your alignment assessment. You take the alignment assessment, and the alignment assessment is going to tell you where you are in relation to your manifestation, whether you're identity level 1 or 2, if you're state level 1 or 2, or if you're calibration level 1 or 2, you'll know. Once you do that, you will be invited to the 3-day event. We're going to have another 3-day event. I haven't decided if it's next week or the week after. We have the 3-day event. The 3-day event is where we explain those levels. We also show you how to really shift energy and match the version, the identity of the version of you. And then we also create your 45-day protocol to anchor in your identity. The lab is where you're going to be taking the action to anchor in that protocol, to take the actions every single day to be that version of you. Okay? And the lab is where you get the coaching and the teaching. Anybody who's taken the alignment assessment, they get the 3-day event, but there's no ongoing coaching, mentoring. The alignment lab is the transformation experience. That's where you get the coaching, you get the mentoring, you get the step-by-step. That's where you get also more of the things. Like if I launch something, or if I see you guys asking oh my God, I need this, blah, blah, blah. Or I've had this, when I said the thing about the money, and I'm like, okay, I have something that is going to help people with money. That's when I just add it to the lab, and everybody in the lab gets access to it, because I have thousands of programs, y'all, over the last 12 years. And so that's what it looks like. So, and if you do it and you use the Affirm link, I will I'm going to take all the emails. I will manually add you to each of the programs, so you'll get all of the emails, but I'll have to do that outside of the normal process. Our normal process, people click the link for the $3,000, and then as soon as they buy, then they get all the emails. It's automated. But since I have a special deal for everyone that's on TikTok, I have to do it manually. So I just go in and I do it. Now, what is included if you pay in full, if you do Affirm or pay the $997, is that you also get a call with me, and we get to talk about where you are, what you're doing, what your goals are. I get to look at where you were on the assessment, and then we get to create tangible things that you get to take and do next. And you get to also remember, I tell you the things, and I'm a psychic channel and all the things, but you also get to take that. You get to go into your imagination. You get to tap in, and you get to feel within Gus, God, universe, source within you, what pieces of that feel really good for you. And then you take that, because we work in tandem, side by side, right? And everything, like I said, everything is rules that you get to set for yourself. So that is the Alignment Lab. And I'm really excited. We've already got 6 or so people in it so far, and I'm really looking for it. Let's see. Remember, you can change anything. Yes, you can change anything. Nothing is set in stone also. And remember what we just did? Remember how I said past, present, and future are all happening at once? when I just did some audios in one of my programs. It's called La Lumiere, and it's where I do audios like 3 to 5 minute, not 3 to 5 minutes, 3 to 5 audios a week for them. And I just left some audios, and we were talking about ancestral joy and ancestral inspiration, like living. And I left a message, and I was telling them like nothing past, present, and future, the way you are healing, the way you are moving, the way you are deciding that you are that version of you, you are doing things to heal and repair and lift the energy for the past, and you're doing it for the future. And that's because nothing is set in stone. When you do inner child work, especially when you do it in your imagining, you are actually there with that version of you, and you are giving yourself that love. Yeah. They only see what's in your reality now. So you want, yes. I'm a psychic. I teach my customers this after the reading. Yes. I always say, if you go to a reading and you get a certain outcome, let's say, the reading is reading where your trajectory is. Like if you continue to make the same decisions, the same choices, that is one of the options, and that is the strongest option so far for where what I see. However, if you don't like it and you're like, I don't want that, you can change your identity, change your decisions, change the way you're moving, and that trajectory has changed because nothing is set in stone. It's all options, and it's all based on your frequency and your decisions, your choices, the bridge of incidents that you're crossing over, and it's based on your identity. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. And that's why identity-based manifesting is what I do. All right, so I see there's 17 of you left. Thank you so much. We got to 36,000 likes. Yes. Where you at? Declare, manifest, change your identity. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. This has been such an amazing live. If you have, again, let me put this pin up here. If you have any questions, just message me privately. If you have questions about the lab, if you have questions about the Money Manifesting Intensive, if you want to see if there's another different payment plan, if you want to know if there's other ways to work with me, just get into my DMs. Talk to me. I am here. I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, I don't talk to you unless we're on live. Like, I'm here. I love this. I love what we're doing. 36.6. Yes. So I'm going to go get something to eat, and I'm going to go hang out with my mom and dad. Let's see. I never had a reading before. I would love to have my first one in New Orleans. You should do it. I don't know of any readers like that. I mean, sure, they're great ones. So I want you to use your imagination. I want you to imagine yourself in New Orleans having the best reading you've ever had. It felt so good, so light. The person's aligned. You cackled. You had fun. And then I want you to go play. And then you're probably going to be on TikTok one day scrolling, and you're going to run across somebody that's going to feel like a hell yes. And you're going to be like, I want to work with them. And they're going to be like, I live in New Orleans. I promise you that's the way it works. That's the way it works. It really does. Okay. All right. So guys, like I said, message me if you have any questions. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you at my next live. I'm going to start putting together my calendar for the next live, so you'll be able to see like the live, like schedule, probably starting tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. I probably will, but we'll see. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.